sky. Feel the ground shaking underneath, trying to take me alive. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way through the blood and pain game of survival. Anytime or place, watch 'em run away. I got none. I'll be standing on my own, never gonna take my throne. I got no rival. Watch 'em run away. I got no, I got no rival. Tell me now, what you gon' do? We can do this face to face. The reckoning is coming real soon. Doesn't matter what you say. Try to tell you this in my moment. Can't take mine 'cause I own it. Don't you know that I'm locked and unloaded? You're out of focus. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way through the blood and pain game of survival. Anytime or place, watch 'em run away. I got no. I'll be standing on my own, never gonna take my phone. I got no rival. Watch 'em run away. I got no, I got no rival.
Всем привет! Продолжаем играть в Broken Sword 5. Вот. Текс. Продолжите. Да, закончили мы перед местом. Мы, по-моему, поехали к владельцу, кто на данный момент владеет этой картиной. Если мне не отшибает память, да? Наверное, так. В общем, если я не ошибаюсь. Да. Тилдер, Еретик, Алекс, привет. Ну, давайте позвоним в домофон. А, мы за нее играем.
No answer. It was the intercom system for Medovsky's house.
Ну да, вот Медовский это тот, кто сейчас владеет картиной.
The gate lock was controlled remotely. It's locked.
Заперто. Ну давайте поговорим с
He
садовником.
had the typical features of an Englishman who liked beer and football. Excuse me? Hello?
Ноль эмоций.
On your bike,
Нет?
darling. This is a private residence.
We're here to see Mr. Medovsky.
So,
Ой. Медовский. Водитель, садовник. Удостоверение журналиста с жвачкой. Так, ну давайте сначала удостоверение. Никита, привет.
Showing him my press card would have blown my cover.
А, нет, наоборот, нельзя. Окей.
We have
Медовский.
important business with Mr. Medovsky.
And who the hell might you be?
I'm Nico Kalar, and this is my colleague, George Stobart.
Well, isn't that cosy? Can you count, darling?
Yes, of course.
Well then, 1, I don't know you or laughing boy here from Adam. 2, you ain't got no business round here. And 3, I don't like French birds. Comprenez?
Ну, может, мы о чем-то
Hi,
еще
guess
поговорим.
who?
What do you want?
Водитель.
I don't suppose you know Mr. Medovsky's driver, do you?
Maybe you didn't hear me the first time. Get lost.
Ну, давайте спросим теперь про садовника.
Hi, guess who?
Может, ему надоест?
What do you want?
Локация похожа на локацию из первой части? Ну, может.
Do you work for Mr. Medovsky?
No, I'm standing here pruning his edges for a laugh. Course I blooming work for him. Look, will you stop asking all these blooming questions? Can't you see I'm busy?
Может, еще раз?
Hi, guess who?
Он вроде начинает злиться потихонечку.
What do you want?
We really need to see Mr. Medovsky about a most important matter.
Oh, why are you still here?
А можно еще раз?
Guess who?
What do you want?
I don't suppose you know Mr. Medovsky's driver, do you?
You really don't know when to give up, do you?
Не, смотрите-ка. Давайте поговорим с Джорджем. А, с ним нельзя конкретно поговорить, окей.
I had tried the intercom once already. There was no answer.
Высокий куст.
The bush was perfectly shaped.
Большой куст.
It was topiary in progress.
Тут вот окошко, по-моему, открытое. Но взаимодействия нет. Может, как-то тебя отвлечь? Зачем звонить Джорджу, если он здесь? Но в целом, больше мы...
There was no point in calling George while he was so close.
Зачем звонить Джорджу, если он рядом?
The gate lock was controlled remotely.
Ну, я так понимаю, надо с ним дальше разговаривать, пока ему не надоест.
Hi, guess who?
What do you want?
О, ну-ка.
Nice bush.
Bush? This is so much more than just a bush.
Oh, I am sorry.
It's art, love. Or to be precise, topiary. And as everybody knows...
Topiary is a transition form.
That's right. A statement of man's dominance over nature. A metaphor for the human condition.
And yet,
It's not enough, is it?
not for the big questions.
Life, death.
Right and wrong.
Tell me about it.
You struggle, monsieur?
Day and night.
That is the human condition.
Can we ever escape it?
It is possible through meditation, contemplation.
I see.
It is our only salvation.
Well, you give me food for thought, you have.
Anytime.
Обращайтесь.
Much appreciated. At a difficult time.
You are welcome, monsieur.
So, anyway, this is my latest piece. What do you think?
О, хорошо, хорошо, хорошо.
It's very nice.
Куст, птица, орел. Ну, это орел двуглавый.
Eagle? A two-headed eagle.
Result. Get in there, my son. Yes, it's a Russian Imperial Eagle for the boss.
Для
You
босса.
spotted it straight off. I owe you one, lady. You have got that rare quality, real insight.
No, please. You have a rare talent.
Так, а теперь мы
We
можем
have
пройти?
important business with Mr. Madovsky.
I need a good reason to bother the boss with this. He's a busy man.
I understand, but I think he'll want to speak with us.
What makes what you have to say so important?
La Maledicció, a painting that belongs to him, has been stolen. If he wants his insurance claim processed quickly, then he'll want to speak with us. I think he might be annoyed if he finds out you never even told him we came around, right?
Okay. Hang on, I'll phone him now. Yeah, Mr. Madovsky?
Бла-бла-бла. 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 Лягушатники.
Yes, boss. Right, I will do. You've piqued the boss's interest. That isn't always a good thing. The gate should be
Опа.
open. I'll take you inside.
Окей.
Follow me, please. Mr. Madovsky will be right with you, madame.
Well, we're in. Now what?
Что теперь?
We'll make him think we're all set to pay out on the policy. See if we can get him to talk.
Здравствуйте.
Welcome, welcome.
Good day, monsieur. My name is Nico Collard, and this is my assistant, Georges Tabar.
You are here to discuss La Maledicció, yes?
Correct.
I am surprised to see you. My agreement with the gallery specified that my ownership should be kept in the strictest confidence. It would appear that agreement has been broken.
A man has been killed, monsieur.
An agreement is an agreement.
С напором доброжелательно. Ой, не знаю. Давайте
My
доброжелательно.
apologies for disturbing you, monsieur, but I'm afraid we must ask you some questions.
So be it. The loss of a painting is nothing compared to the loss of a life. Ask away.
Спрашивайте. Ну, давайте пока про
How
картину.
did you come into possession of La Maledicció?
I purchased it at auction.
We
Грабитель.
have reason to believe that the theft was an inside job.
Oh, that is terrible. The staff at the gallery were so pleasant to deal with, but such is human nature. I trust this won't delay the insurance claim.
I'm sure matters will be sorted out soon.
Ну, скорее всего, он и подставил все вот это, ну, как-то разыграл все вот это вот, чтобы просто получить страховку. То есть он таким образом просто получит деньги с этого. А Анри убили так вот, чтобы ему долю какую-то не платить. Но это я еще на прошлом стриме предположила. Анри?
Did you know Henri, the gallery owner?
Oh, purely on a professional basis. My restorer recommended his gallery to me.
Did you ever meet him personally?
No, only via email. I rarely fly. I'm carbon neutral, you know.
Very conscientious, monsieur.
Well, the planet won't save itself.
Привет, ботам. Привет, Апа. Реставратор. Кто, интересно, его реставратор? Ну-ка, счета.
Do you have receipts for the painting?
Of course. I have already sent them to your office.
These things take time to process.
What is there to process? I own the painting, someone stole it, and your company provided me with insurance. I am the victim here.
A stake you share with the deceased, monsieur.
Так, Vera Security.
What connection do you have to Vera Security?
I've never heard of it.
Никогда.
There is strong evidence that ties you to Vera Security.
Oh, you are beginning to sound like a policeman, madame.
We are merely doing our jobs, monsieur. We must leave no stone unturned.
I would leave this particular stone unturned if I were you.
Сразу
I
такой.
rattled him, but I didn't want to push too hard. Of course. We will check our information again.
I would do that.
Реставратор.
Your restorer, how does he fit into all this?
Hobbs. Well, he did a little cleaning work on La Maledicción, that's all.
Подчистил.
I think that's enough for now. When do you expect the claim to be paid out?
It will not be long, monsieur.
When exactly? Surely you can give me a date.
Monsieur Medovsky, I'm sure you...
Please excuse the interruption, sir.
Опа.
What is it, Shears?
Hobbs is here.
Tell him I'm
Реставратор.
busy.
He mentioned the portfolio, sir.
For pity's sake, can he not just follow simple instructions? Please excuse me for a moment.
The gardener's called Shears?
Yeah, probably not what his mother christened him.
Тут, мне кажется, садовник не просто садовник. Катя! Катя, спасибо тебе за
What a
сапку.
creep.
Привет, привет.
Very clever creep at that. We got nothing on him, and he knows it.
He just brushed off the Vera connection. We need something else to get under his skin. I could use Marquez as leverage.
Yeah, it's just one man's word against another.
So what else can we do?
Let's take a look around. Maybe there's something here we can use against him.
Good idea, George. You search, I'll keep watch at the window.
Хорошо, следи. Медовский. Ширс. Давайте сразу почитаем про них. Он, кстати, еще один. Медовский. Олигарх русского разлива. Футбольный фанат по совместительству, личный телохранитель и садовник. Ну да, он явно телохранитель его. Друзей не будет, Катя. У тебя было много друзей? Книжный шкаф.
Leather-bound classics. Bought by the yard, no doubt.
А что, дверку? Кстати, матрешки, смотрите. Прям.
It was the door to the hallway.
Прикольно сделано, конечно. Здесь вот еще тарелочки расписные. Прям вот
It was
этот
the door to the hallway.
русский дух в
I
комнате.
knew we should wait for Medovsky.
Нужно подождать. Так, давай посмотрим этот шкаф.
Medovsky had an extensive collection of management books. The 7 Secrets of Leadership, 2009. The Business Bonaparte, 1983. Office Eagle or Management Mouse, 1998. Russian novels. Medovsky was clearly a big Tolstoy fan.
Русские романы Толстого. Фотография, ваучер, шкафчик. Ну, шкафчик мне, походу, кажется, что самое главное. Здесь какие-то еще бумажки вот внизу лежат 2. Давайте печатную машинку
An
посмотрим.
ancient but wonderfully ornate typewriter. I should have guessed. Keyboard was Cyrillic.
Нормально, я понимаю все. Вот этого, правда, не понимаю. А так все нормально.
I didn't know the symbols. If I'd been able to remember the layout of a US keyboard, I might have been able to figure it out.
Судя по всему, надо
I
будет...
figured that had to be the space
Думаю,
bar.
это пробел. Нужно будет что-то нажимать, но пока что не надо. Так,
The
портсигар.
inlaid box was studded with gems. Magnificent.
Саша, Румпель. Ну, и ты с ними там общалась? Они же просто у тебя были. На самом деле, этой штукой никто толком не пользуется. Там такой маленький процент.
The catch seemed
Сломанная
to be
защелка.
broken. The catch had snapped.
Сломана. О, тут, кстати, это... По-моему, царская
It
семья.
was a beautifully inlaid cigarette box. It was a beautifully inlaid cigarette box.
И все. Сделано прикольно, да. У меня ничего нет, да, чтобы попробовать открыть. О, может, скрепкой?
The paperclip just flexed and slipped off the catch.
Эх. А щипчики?
Sadly, the catch would have been too thick to cut with nail clippers.
Угу.
The wood would have been too weak.
Ну, тогда все пока что.
Can you hear what they're saying?
Yes.
You should not have turned up here, Mr. Hobbs. I made it clear I would deliver the package later today.
I wanted to make sure it got to me all right. I've got a lot of work to do on it.
This is most inconvenient.
Medovsky's arguing with his visitor, Ops, about the portfolio.
That portfolio is important. I'm sure of it.
Хопс. А, это вот он. Даровитый выходец из рабочего класса. Ой. Понятно. И очень-очень, ну очень сердитый. Ясно. Лучше с ним не связываться. Фотография.
Medovsky in Libya. Happy days. What kind of guy hangs a picture of himself and Colonel Gaddafi on the wall?
The kind who will commit murder in order to steal their own painting.
Ну, как ради кражи? Ради страховки. Вот. Готов убить ради страховки, да. Ваучер.
It
Судя
was
по
a
всему, ему
Russian
очень нужны деньги.
privatization voucher. I wondered why Medovsky displayed it so proudly.
Раз уж он прям такой, когда мне выплатят, скажите конкретный день, это очень типа срочно. Вот. Скорее всего, ему нужны деньги.
Locked. I could only hope that Medovsky hid the key somewhere in the room. Locked.
Закрыто, ладно. Ну, судя по всему, остался только шкафчик.
Medovsky had left the cabinet open. On the shelf inside was a business card
О,
and a
военный
scribbled
мир.
note. I picked up the business card. It read, Wilfred Hobbs, Fine Art Restoration. I made a note of the address. Then I put the card back where I'd found it. No point arousing Medovsky's suspicions.
Правильно. Так, дарственная.
It was a thank you note from a British politician. Huh. Medovsky certainly had some dubious friends.
Первая страница.
Everything was in Cyrillic, except for a number. 1869.
Следующую
was in
страницу нельзя посмотреть.
1869.
Ладно. Медали.
I suspected the medals weren't from the Moscow Debating Society.
Яйцо.
A Russian imperial egg. It looked rather plain.
Причем он сказал Russian, русская.
See a
Монетка.
penny, pick it up, then all day you'll have good luck.
То есть визитку мы положили, он не заметит, а то, что мы монетку стащили, это нормально.
It was the old coin from Medovsky's library.
Наверное, можно будет этой монеткой открыть эту портсигар.
The note
Записка.
read, L. Serp drawings for you to check. W.H. Now we're cooking with gas. I wondered
Наброски.
if the painting could be in the portfolio that Medovsky had taken.
Наброски по картине. Подожди, может они... Может есть две картины?
It
Может, они
seems our
сделали
Medovsky has
поддельную?
friends in low places.
It's like my boss said, the guy wants to be a player.
Так, ну давайте монеткой откроем.
By extraordinary good fortune, the coin I'd picked up was the perfect shape to flip open the broken catch. Fancy that.
Вау. Стопочкой так
Romanov.
лежат.
The same brand of cigarettes that were in the ashtray in Vera's security.
Романовы. Сигареты с золотым фильтром. А, кстати, точно. Что-то похожее.
Keys
Ключик.
are always useful.
Незаметно стащили ключ. Незаметно открыли портсигар. Все в порядке.
The study door's open now. Hear anything else interesting?
Hang on.
Listen, Hobbs, just take the portfolio and do your work. You are nervous, and I don't like that.
Understood. I have got a
Еще
few
несколько
questions.
вопросов.
I do not like questions either. Hurry up.
I noticed a couple of people arriving. Who were they? They look like coppers.
They were from the insurance company.
Has the...
Hobbs is going to head off with the portfolio. Whatever's in there is important. We need to stay with it.
I got Hobbs' address from his card. When we're done here, we should check it out.
Okay, Josh, but hurry. Medovsky will be back soon.
Хорошо.
I'm gonna check out the study.
Проверю кабинет.
Okay.
Давай, заходи. Прайм, привет. Что?
Wow, there must
Кусь.
be millions of dollars worth of art on these walls.
Картины, 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 картина. Так, ну давайте с картин, наверное, начнем. Тут больше ничего вроде нету. Открытый ящик, стол, стул. Красиво так нарисовано,
It was an
блин.
expensive chair.
Пепельница.
The ashtray was full of cigarette butts. Romanovs.
Так, хорошо, все. Давайте теперь картины по
These
порядку.
paintings would have kept a critic enraptured for hours, but I didn't have time to dwell. Medovsky certainly loved art, or pretended to. The painting reminded me of my Aunt Maud. I'd never liked her.
Недолюбливал.
Medovsky had a truly impressive collection of paintings. Medovsky had a truly impressive collection of paintings.
Ну, некоторые он одно и то же
Medovsky
говорит. А, ну да.
Medovsky had a truly...
А можно разнообразие?
Medovsky had
Нет? Ну, нет, так нет, ладно. Открытый ящик.
The drawer was open. My heart skipped a beat. But inside, I saw only a candy bar wrapper.
Ну,
The
посмотрим, что на
desk was
столе.
magnificent.
Буквы. Может, по алфавиту надо? Наверное, по алфавиту надо. Нож для
Those
сигар.
two little holes were just waiting for me to put my fingers in. I resisted the urge. Filthy habit.
Глупая
The
привычка.
chair was
Стул.
fancy and probably more expensive than it looked.
Так, надо идти туда посмотреть. Возможно, они там по алфавиту сделаны.
I should have guessed. Keyboard was Cyrillic.
Так, А, Б, Г, Д, Е, С, З, H, О, перечеркнутое О. Наверное, так. По порядку вот так нажать. Так, ну-ка, А, Б, Г, Д. А вот это что, там не было такой? З. А нет, наверное, не З, С, З, H. Нет? Может, какие-то определенные только должны быть нажаты? Хм.
The lettered panels appeared to conceal buttons.
Привет, Крок. Так, ну-ка давайте запишем. Сейчас, секунду. Мы их запишем и пойдем там сверим. GH, SA, DP, перечеркнутое O, A и Z какая-то с хвостиком. Пойдемте посмотрим.
I should have guessed.
Здесь.
Keyboard was Cyrillic.
Вот где Понятно. То есть А, Б, ну это В, А, В, Г, Д, К, Д, Получается 5, 6, потом З, H и О. Вот. Неправильно. Понажимала там. Получается А, Б, Г, Д, С, З, H, О. Нет? Нет? Зря я это сделала. Может, тут какое-то, не знаю, имя? Ну, у нас не так много имен в целом. О, Вадя, привет! Давно не виделись. Гуака, привет! Странные буквы, славянские, что ли? Ну, возможно. Возможно. И это явно первая строчка машинки была, то есть примерно я могу предположить, наверное, что это. Хотя не знаю. Ну вот это А, В, Г, Д это начало алфавита. H это N, наверное. S это S. А, В, Д, Н, Г. Это наверное. З. Вот эта буква непонятна. Получается, говнец. Сорян бы не удержался. Не получается так. Я Леди Баг смотрел, вот и опоздал. Что-то загадки уже второй стрим подряд. Что-то квест второй день подряд, да? Второй стрим подряд. Это же квест, тут должны быть загадки. Ну что-то, допустим, из имени у меня как-то не это... не складывается. Надо смотреть, наверное, из того, что у него здесь есть. У него есть «Война и мир» здесь, вот, допустим.
Medovsky had left the cabinet open. On the shelf inside was a business card and a scribbled note.
Визитка и записка. Яйцо. Визитка Хопса. Записка. «Война и мир» как-то там не собираются.
It was a Russian privatization voucher.
Но, скорее всего, связано с печатной машинкой, потому что и там одинаковые буквы есть.
I should have guessed. Keyboard was
Думаю,
Cyrillic.
это связано.
I didn't know the symbols. If I'd been able to remember the layout of a US keyboard, I might have been able to figure it out. I figured that had to be the space bar.
Но нажимать я здесь не могу.
I needed a better idea.
Нужно что-то получше. Может,
That wouldn't have...
я чем-то могу нажимать?
That was almost a great idea. That wouldn't work.
Но как-то никакое слово у меня не собирается там. Садовый
Medovsky
мегац.
and Libya. Happy days.
Там, по идее, цифры вообще хоть в американской, хоть в русской. Но у него есть еще вот сигареты Романовы, которые он курит. Но Романовы там тоже не собираются так. Может, у нее спросить?
Shh. I'm eavesdropping, George.
Понятно. Что тогда еще может быть?
The completion note from Vera's security. It was the old coin from Medovsky's library.
Может, тут его имя? Не знаю. Как его зовут? У нас есть только Медовский. Это фамилия, я так понимаю, его Медовский.
Medovsky had left.
Ну-ка,
The note
записка.
read, L. Serp drawings for you to check. W.H.
Во, может, Эль Серп? Эль
The
Серп.
note read, L. Serp drawings for you to check. W.H. It was Hobbs's business card.
Я запомнила адрес. Хотя буквы Л у нас там нету. Да и Р. Да и П. Что-то сложно. Ну, давайте попробуем со Садовник. Садовник, типа. Может, тут вообще не все надо нажимать кнопки? Вообще такое чувство, что не обязательно в каком-то порядке надо нажать. Просто надо нажать основные буквы. Непонятно. Может, подсказку очень маленькую, непрямую, тонкую. От кого? От тебя? Прайм, ты играл уже? Но как бы подсказка же не должна быть извне, подсказка должна быть от игры. А тут прям совсем непонятно, а куда смотреть-то? Подсказки-то у меня есть внутриигровые. Ну, давайте подсказку используем. Я в кабинете. Что искать? Следующая подсказка. Медовский, скорее всего, прячет документы в столе. На столе изображены славянские символы, такие же, как на печатной машинке. Может, вы вспомните какие-нибудь цифры? А при чем тут цифры? Она там была, ты пропустила. Наверное, это алфавит старославянский. Просто нажать по порядку? Не, по порядку это я уже нажимала по порядку. Еретик прав. Ну, я вообще не поняла по поводу того, что написал еретик. Ну, типа, окей. Там, по идее, цифры вообще хоть в американской, хоть в русской. Смотреть расположение букв под цифрами, где они стоят, типа, под 1 N, под 2 G. В плане именно как, типа, на клавиатуре 1, 2, 3... И попробовать ввести, наверное, год книги. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Ой, нет. Так, ладно, пойдемте посмотрим год.
Medovsky had left the cabinet open.
1869. Давайте попробуем еще раз ввести. Наверное, надо по порядку нажимать кнопки. 1000, 2, 4, 6, 800. 2, 4, 6, 69. Возможно, это не тот год, который надо ввести. Тонко. Ну, там настолько тонко, что я не поняла эту подсказку. Ну ладно. Так, значит, это не тот год. Давайте еще что-то смотреть.
Medovsky had left the cabinet open. On the shelf inside was a business card. And
Вот
it
это.
was a thank you note from a British politician. Huh. Medovsky certainly had some dubious friends. I suspected the medals weren't from the Moscow Debating Society. The note read, L-SERP drawings for you to check. W.H. It was Hobbs's business card. I'd already taken the address down.
Так, но больше у нас года нету. Кроме как вот Вот этого. Так на клаве
I should have
надо
guessed.
цифры
Keyboard was
сверять.
Cyrillic.
На клаве на нашей клаве или что? Ну, это понятно. Это первая, вторая, третья. А, так, подожди, они же у меня не так. Я поняла. 1, 2. А, ну да, они же здесь у меня подписаны. Да, они в другом же порядке у нас. Получается 1869. Да, я не те кнопки нажимала. Они же здесь в другом порядке, не так, как там нарисованы. Получается 1869.
The secret drawer
Вот.
popped open. I knew that publication date would be significant. At last, I was going to discover
Полученное
Medovsky's
достижение
secrets.
на деле Лев Толстой. Так,
It certainly
документы.
wasn't Medovsky's sock drawer. Hey, Nico, come see this. I think we've struck gold.
Hang on, I'm coming.
Look, a letter from a guy called Gainan. His company, Wolfram, want to purchase La Maledizio. They're offering way over the asking price.
Что-то мне
Anything
кажется, сейчас
connecting
Медовский
Medovsky to Vera?
придет.
Well, let's see. Here we go. A lease for Vera's security.
Aha! Then we have the proof we need.
Hang on, what's this? Expenses for a Mr. Shears. Waterloo Motors, one helmet. These are from Paris. Madame La Trex. Hotel Britannique. Pizza. Nico. Pizza. I think your friend Shears might just be Henri's killer.
George, what have we got ourselves into?
Уходите. Он
I
идет.
just heard the front door close. Medovsky's coming. Put
Уходи.
everything back in order.
Быстрее.
Right.
Ой, дурачок. Через мгновение.
He'll never suspect we just ransacked his house for evidence.
Конечно, не
the coin.
догадается. Монета.
Damn, no time. Look cool, Nico. I'll handle this.
I apologize for the lengthy wait. As you can imagine, my time is at a premium.
That's fine, Mr. Medovsky. I think we're almost finished anyway.
And payment?
Very soon, monsieur. Very soon.
Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Двойной мир. Медали.
Nice collection of medals you have there, Mr. Medovsky.
I earned them serving my country.
Anywhere interesting?
Chechnya. Ever been there?
No, can't say I've had the pleasure.
Война и мир.
Is that a first edition of War and Peace?
Of course. Printed in 1869. A great year for my country's literature. And Tolstoy is the master.
Мастер.
Is
Каддафи.
that a picture of you with Colonel Gaddafi?
A deeply wonderful man. He was a great fan of the Impressionists.
Well, he certainly left quite an impression on Libya.
Она поняла. Да, Тилдер. Наконец-таки, да? У Дэмия много читать надо сегодня. Я не сдюжил. Их. Как так, еретик? Текс. Картина.
You must be upset at the theft of La Maledizio.
Yes, and disappointed that someone would kill for such a minor piece.
Медовский.
So, what brought you into the art business, Mr. Medovsky?
Oh, an eye for great artists, an appreciation of fine culture, and a love of what you Americans call the greenback.
Hobbs.
So this Hobbs guy, good friend of yours, is he?
No, we simply have a business arrangement. We've been through this already. Now please, if you're quite finished, I'm a busy man.
Thank you for your time, Monsieur Medovsky. We'll be in touch soon.
Well, no prizes for guessing where we go now.
Hobbs' place, right?
Got it in one. Medovsky's pretty shady, don't you think?
He bought our act, though. You make a pretty good insurance man, George.
Yeah, who'd have thought it?
By the time he realizes we're not assessing his claim, we'll have cracked the case and be trusting our success.
Here's
Конечно.
hoping. Looks like rain.
Кажется,
Come on,
дождь
let's get
собирается.
that cab. Taxi!
Такси.
I think we just stepped off the London tourist trail.
I guess this Hobbs character doesn't like visitors.
Ну, машина его стоит.
Not the kind of place you'd expect to find a restorer of old masters.
Unless you didn't want to attract attention.
He's attracted ours. Let's see what Mr. Hobbs knows about La Malediccio.
And let's try and get a look inside that portfolio.
Так, окошко разбитое, капот, кабина. Давайте машину осмотрим. Окошко.
The van's window looked like it hadn't been washed for years. The door was locked. Looking through the window, I could see that there was nothing in the van. Hobbs must have taken the portfolio inside.
Капот.
It was the van hood. It had certainly seen a few bumps. The hood was definitely stuck. The
Кабина.
van was held together with rust and dirt.
Опа. А машина-то открыта.
The
Ручник.
handbrake looked ineffective, like all the other safety features. I decided to leave the handbrake alone.
Лучше не трогать. Виски.
It was a half-empty bottle of whiskey, or half full, depending on your attitude to life.
Зависит от того, как вы смотрите на жизнь.
Slasha!
Так. Виски. Просто виски.
It was the horn. Not a sound.
Не
The horn
работает.
wasn't working.
Ездит на такой полуразвалюхе какой-то. Так,
It
защелка
was the lever
капота.
to open the hood. I popped open the van's hood.
Ну, судя по всему, больше здесь ничего нет. Больше я ничего не вижу. Так, давайте сохранимся. Да.
The large dumpster was full of garbage.
Мусор.
Piles of junk, mostly boxes of old paints and scraps of picture frames. Mixed in were wires, cardboard, and some dubious-looking old clothes.
Опа. Удачи, Прайм.
George Stobart.
Ah, Monsieur Stobart. I trust you have obeyed my instructions not to leave Paris.
Of course, Inspector.
Good. You clearly know which side your cookie is buttered. Now, I require your presence tomorrow at the murder scene for a reconstruction.
I see.
12 o'clock sharp, monsieur. Or, as you would say, high noon.
Sure.
Any
Конечно.
failure to comply, and I shall have you extraordinarily rendered. Have a nice
Это
day
угроза.
now.
Я вас из-под
And
земли
you.
достану. А если меня завтра в
That
12
We're
закопают?
required back at the gallery tomorrow for a crime scene reconstruction.
Let me guess. Non-attendance is a criminal offense?
You got it.
В яблочко. Так. Давайте еще здесь вот осмотримся. Цепь.
The chain was wrapped around the gate and secured with a tough-looking padlock. I wouldn't have been able to break the chain. Or the padlock.
Окей. Давайте посмотрим капот.
The engine was held together by rust and dirt. Everything was covered in a sticky film of dirty black oil. Half the wiring wasn't connected to anything. It was clear why the horn hadn't made a noise. Neither hornpipe was connected to either the battery or the cab.
Как раз будет кому откапывать каппа. Сигнал, пучок проводов. Ну, это все, я так понимаю, цельный мотор. Еще сигнал, аккумулятор. Лемма аккумулятора.
A bundle of short, severed wires was connected to the battery. None of the wires were connected to anything. It was the van battery. I needed to hook this up to the horn somehow. It was one of two horns in the van. It didn't seem to be connected to anything else under the hood. Two wires hung loose from it. It was one of two horns in the van. It didn't seem to be connected to anything else under the hood. Two wires hung loose from it. A bundle of wires came into the engine bay from the dashboard. Many of the wires seemed to lead nowhere. It was the van's engine. I didn't really have any reason to sabotage it.
Так, а как мы с тобой тут соединять будем?
I needed a better idea. A loose wire hung from the right-hand horn. A loose wire hung from the horn. If I had some spare cable, I could connect it to the other horn.
А, нам сначала нужен еще один провод. Понятно, то есть сюда пока рано. Почтовый ящик.
The mailbox read, W. Hobbs, Fine Art Restoration. There was a piece of paper sticking out of the mail slot.
Ух, наконец-то я тут. Привет, привет, Никс.
For a second, I debated the morality of mail snooping. It was a short debate, and I won.
Совесть отступила быстро. Письмо. Давайте
I
почитаем.
decided to open the letter. Dear Mr. Hobbs, due to previous incidents, we are writing to inform you that we will no longer be sending models to your address. It went on to discuss Hobbs's temper and other alleged infractions, some of which still carry the death sentence in certain less sophisticated cultures. Interesting. This could come in useful.
Мой из модельного агентства.
I thought about putting it through the slot, but decided I might need it.
Понятно. Дверь.
There was a light on up above, and I could hear music playing. Someone had to be home.
Кто-то был внутри. О, птичка. О, водосток. Этого я не видела.
The drain pipe was more rust than iron. Climbing drain pipes was something I preferred to
Не
avoid,
хотелось лезть по водостоку.
unless I had a great
Без
reason to do so.
причины. Ну, в общем, мы сейчас не зайдем, полезем по водостоку сюда. Судя по всему. А, в мусоре покопаться можно, ну-ка.
I had found just what I needed. 2 lengths of wire.
О, 2 кусочка провода. Так,
It was a thick metal security door. Hobbs clearly took his security seriously.
Я так понимаю, он сейчас нам не откроет, потому что у него играет сильно музыка, и нам нужно будет починить ему гудок на машине, чтобы мы побибикали ему, и он выйдет такой. А что случилось? А это мы. Тук-тук-тук.
I don't think Hobbs can hear us.
Да. Как я и сказала. Привет боту от бота.
The engine bay was a mess.
Так, длинный провод. Давай вот так соединим.
I
Вот
used
это
the wire to
соединим.
join the battery to the horn.
А, это уже соединено. Нет? А, нет. Стоп. А вот это
A
соединить.
loose wire hung from the left-hand horn. If I had some spare cable, I could connect it to the wires from the cab.
Мне нужен еще один провод.
That wasn't...
Кати.
I connected the wires from the cab to the horn.
Этот же уже с аккумулятором соединен. По идее, нет. А, нет.
A loose
наверное.
wire hung from the right-hand horn.
Был подсоединен к правому сигналу. А, нет, это он имеет в виду вот к вот этой. А здесь он с аккумулятором не соединен.
A bundle of wires came into the engine bay from the dashboard.
Так, ну давайте так попробуем.
The horn wasn't working.
Не работает. Так, давайте тогда так, как я первый раз сделала. Вот эту с
I
вот
used the
этой.
wire to... The horn wasn't...
Может, тогда вообще соединить надо вот так и вот так.
I connect...
А между собой их никак не соединять.
The horn wasn't... There was already a wire connected to that
Тут уже
terminal.
есть провод. Так, ну, так мы соединяли. Этот сюда мы соединяли. Это вот так мы тоже соединяли. А как тогда еще надо соединить? По колесу хорошенько, может быть, сигналка
I used the
сработает.
wire...
Но у него тут это не того. Не работает, в общем, по колесам. Может, надо
I
сначала
decided to
с
leave the
ручника?
handbrake alone.
Нет.
I'd need the keys to start the engine. I had no reason nor any desire to steal Hobbs's van.
Ну так, может, мне сначала нужно зажигание?
If only I'd hung out with the cool kids at school, I'd have learned how to hotwire a truck.
Нет?
I only had a few matches. Nope,
Мне нужен другой план.
that was never... I decided... That was... I decided...
Ну, по идее же надо завести машину. Сигнал всегда работает вроде, но если рабочий.
That was never gonna work.
Может, куда-нибудь надо виски залить?
That was almost a great... That would be point.
С мотором не соединяется. Может, его надо соединить, не знаю, со скрепкой?
That wasn't quite... I snipped the wire in half.
Все было так просто.
The wire was just long enough to connect the battery to the horn. Everything was wired up. The horn had power. I figured that should get Hobbs' attention.
Надеюсь.
All right, hold your blooming horses. What are you up to with my van?
Hello there. We fixed your horn.
So I hear. Now what are you doing in my yard?
Так. Опс.
Sorry to bother you again, Mr. Hobbs, but... Well, that could have gone better.
He's not exactly the friendliest of characters.
Что, еще раз? Окей.
I decided to give it another blast.
For
Бедная
crying out
птица.
loud, will you leave my van alone?
Sorry, just need a quick word, Mr. Hobbs. Hello there. We'd like to discuss some restoration work with you.
Then make an appointment. I'm busy.
Блин, все-таки вопросы надо
Hobbs guy
было.
doesn't exactly like visitors.
There must be some angle we can use to talk our way inside.
Что-то такая же штука, как и только что мы вот это вот каждый раз разговаривали по одной фразе, нас выкидывало, опять разговаривали, опять нас выкидывало.
I decided to give it another blast.
На предыдущей локации была точно такая же система.
You two again? What is it this time?
Что еще?
Mr. Hobbs,
Вопросы.
do you mind if we ask you a few questions?
Yes.
Возражаю.
Yes, you will answer a few questions?
Yes, I do mind. Clear?
Not really.
Good. Now get lost.
Может, по поводу вот
This
этой
is
почты?
crazy. We need to get in there and take a look around.
We need a good cover story.
Достойная легенда. Может притвориться, что мы из модельного агентства, и вот я привела модель в качестве вот
I
Нико.
decided to give it another blast.
Мы же врем на каждом ходу, что нам
What now?
нормально. Давай, смотри, модельное
Afternoon, Mr.
агентство.
Hobbs. We're from the model agency.
About blooming time. I'm on a deadline. You better come up.
Все просто. Ха-ха. Пошли. Здравствуйте. У нас творческий тут беспорядок, да?
About time you two showed up.
Hello, Mr. Hobbs. I was just wondering if...
Can it, Goldilocks? I don't have time for chit-chat. Just get
Златовласка.
undressed behind that screen.
Undressed?
Раздеться?
That was the deal. An extra 20 quid because I need you with your kit off.
The studio was freezing.
And as for you, darling, no need to get undressed. I've got a vivid imagination, so I'll just use that. Either way, just go sit over there on that rug and give me your best belly pock floozy. That's perfect. Just hold it there.
Теперь не
Nico made for a
двигайся.
good distraction. I just needed to figure out how to get a look inside that portfolio.
Выход. Бутылки. Бокал виски.
It was a full glass of whiskey.
Hey, I'm
Куда?
still drinking that.
Руки тянешь. Это мое. Бутылки.
A variety of liquor bottles, all empty.
Табурет.
A well-worn stool sat in the corner. I didn't need to sit. It was time for action.
Термостат.
The thermostat looked older than the building itself.
Hey,
Ой, что такое?
leave that dial alone. The heating gobbles up all the power and the circuits can't take it.
Sorry. I turned the thermostat down again.
Мне надо перегрузку сделать, я так понимаю. Ага, портфолио у него здесь лежит.
It was a solid warehouse door. I had no need to walk out onto the balcony.
Ну, наверх, наверное, нас не пустит. А,
Oh, you, get down from there. It's private.
ну
Oh,
вот.
sorry.
Скрипнула и сдала меня. Граммофон. Картина.
Hobbs had loosely sketched a young couple and an elderly lady sitting next to an overturned picnic basket. The three characters were naked. Behind them, two men in suits were chatting.
Портфолио.
It was the same folder that Medovsky had taken from his cupboard. It was the only lead to the painting we had. I needed to look inside. But Hobbs was watching it like a hawk.
Хоп, с него глаз не сводит. Да. Сороконожка, привет. Дэми, привет.
Hi, what do you think you're doing?
Да я просто смотрю.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to take a look at some of your pictures. You're very good.
I know, and that portfolio is private. I'm not paying you to gawp around my studio. Get your blooming clothes off.
Sorry.
Ну, я еще немножко похожу тут. Пеньюар.
A gaudy pink negligee. Huh.
Ярко-розовый
It
халат.
didn't seem like Hobbs's style. I didn't want to play around with the negligee. Those days are long gone. But I wondered who it did belong to.
В смысле, ей не надо раздеваться? Ну, потому что ему можно раздеться, а ей нет. Граммофон.
An old record player and amp. The only thing in the room not covered in paint. Wow, an old Bofson Wang stereo. I hadn't seen one of those for years.
Регулятор громкости, кнопка включения,
Hobbs
пластинки.
seemed to have a thing for 70s psychedelic jams. The record had stopped. It was Jasmine Breeze by the Hairy Lobsters.
Еще боты пришли. В смысле приполз? Вы все оттуда же приползли, между прочим. Закончили играть, Дэми?
I
Ну-ка.
turned the volume up a few notches. I turned the volume down again. I turned the
Не-не,
volume
громче,
up a few
громче,
notches.
громче надо. Попробуем подняться по ступенькам. Е-е-е! Так, я поднялась. Кнопка лифта. Ну, попробуем дверку сначала.
It was locked. I wondered what was behind the door. Up on the balcony was a heavy door. It was a shaky old elevator that would once have lifted goods between the floors. It was the
Кнопка
elevator
лифта.
control panel.
Давай на кнопку лифта. Опа!
Hey, stop meddling with that. The power's ropey enough as it is.
Blowing the power would certainly have distracted Hobbs, but the elevator alone wasn't going to trip the whole system. It was the elevator control panel.
Ну, мы можем термостат еще потрогать.
Hey, stop meddling with that. The power's ropey enough as it is.
The elevator on its own wasn't going to blow the power.
Да. Надо спуститься и потрогать вот эту штуку. Тогда он отойдет вот сюда на табуретку, лазить с проводкой. Да? Ну-ка,
The
щиток.
fuse box was emitting a sinister buzzing
О,
sound.
может, мы его тоже можем
Should have been
потрогать?
condemned years ago.
Ну-ка.
I wasn't going to mess around with that wiring.
Надо. Давай включим термостат и пойдем потрогаем этот. Блин, нет.
Hey,
Что?
I've told you, don't mess with that thermostat.
Блин, нет, не так. Опа, смотрите, он там пьет потихонечку. Закончили, добравшись до второго по сюжету персонажа в игре. Ух. Медленно, но верно вы проходите, да, Дэми? С этим художником игра мне игра все больше напоминает Runaway. Надо краску подставить вместо виски. Так было в Runaway? У меня нет краски, у меня есть просто виски есть. А что-то тяжелое?
That
У
was
меня
almost a great idea.
нечего тяжелое. Могу, может,
That
скрепку?
wouldn't make any sense.
Да нет.
That
Может нам просто перекусить провода там кусачками? Ну-ка,
that was never going to work.
нет. Так, а если я зайду за ширму? Я переоденусь, да?
My, if it isn't George Stobart.
Lady Piermont. Oh my. You're
Naked? Of course. As an artist's muse, one often finds oneself on the lotus. Now, George, don't be shy. Come here and give me a big hug.
That day was the day the nightmares had begun. Trapped, smothered, choking on lavender.
George, darling, pass me my robe. It's terribly cold in here.
Возьмите.
Oi, what are you doing with a blooming robe on? God help me, but you're supposed to be naked. I've got a deadline to meet.
Well, you won't be meeting any deadlines with manners like that. And besides, it's freezing in here.
Lady Piermont and I had met before. She was larger than life in every way.
Пьермонт. Вообще, она должна была сказать, что это не та игра, чтобы я тут голая выходила. Окей, интересно, она в доле здесь?
Lady Piermont.
Oh, George, be a darling and sort the heating out in here.
I'll see what I can do.
Что-нибудь с отоплением. Могу термостат включить. Сейчас она такая, мне холодно, ставьте.
Hey, I've told you, don't mess with that thermostat.
Sorry, but Lady Piermont is cold. I thought...
Look, pal, I know it's brass monkeys in here, but the wiring in this building is ancient, and the fuse box won't take it. Her Majesty will just have to get used to chapel hat pegs.
Lady Piermont, Mr. Hobbs won't let me turn up the heating.
Well, We'll soon see about that.
Это мы еще посмотрим.
Oh.
If you do not adjust the heating, I shall refuse to cooperate.
Lady Piermont, it's the circuits. They won't take the strain. You know what old buildings are like.
In which case, I see no reason for this session to continue.
Whoa, Lady Piermont, let's not be too hasty. I'm sure I can accommodate your needs.
Good. Perhaps you can start by letting George here turn up the heating.
Oh, go ahead then, but be careful. The power in here is...
Сейчас мы тебе здесь все сломаем. Ой, что, виски
I turned the
закончился?
thermostat up as far as it would go.
Хочешь, я тебе долью?
I
Сейчас.
wondered if the suspicious wiring could be used to my advantage.
Можем. Сейчас давай мы ему еще дольем. Как-то у него бокал закончился. Как так? Сергей, привет.
Mr. Hobbs?
Don't mind if I do.
Они хотя бы сюжета коснулись и быстрый переходы открыли. Уже достижение. Так, пойдем трогать лифт. Что тут с Медовским познакомились уже? Ну да, познакомились. Вот Хопса встретили, приехали к нему в гости. Сейчас все накроется.
Oh, you. Get down from there. You'll trip the power in the whole building if you're not careful.
The elevator on its own wasn't going to blow the power.
Один лифт не выбьет пробки. Ну-ка. А, блин, нет. Ладно, окей. Пойдемте с ней все-таки поговорим, окей. Может попросить ее в лифт зайти?
A word, if I may, Lady Piermont.
For you, George, I'm all ears. How can I help?
Ну давайте сначала спросим все остальное, а потом попросим ее в лифт сходить. Хопс.
How did you come to be working with Mr. Hobbs?
Wheresoever a bohemian needs a helping hand, George, mine is always at the ready. And what better way to help than to expose one's flesh to the sensuous brushstrokes of such a talent?
Леди нагрузить лифт. Так,
Do you
картина.
know anything about a stolen painting called La Maledicción?
Oh, is this another of your adventures, George? How delicious. My heart's a tremor, George. Do you think Wilf is mixed up with this?
Maybe, but I need you to act normally until we're sure.
Mum's the word, Georgie.
Портфолио.
Keep a secret, Lady Piermont.
I am the very soul of discretion, as you know.
You see that portfolio by Hobbs's table? We need to take a peek inside.
Be still, my beating heart. Just give me the nod, and I'm putty in your hands.
Я вот что-то не помню. Она, по-моему, в какой-то из частей тоже была вот эта леди Пьермонт. Но что-то я не очень помню.
So what have you been up to since our last encounter, Lady Piermont?
Charity work, dear boy.
Oh, any particular kind?
Young men, George. So many have lost their way. I try to guide them best I can.
Lady
Лифт.
Piermont, we need your help.
How thrilling! What do you need? Subterfuge? Legerdemain?
Я
Actually,
вспомнила,
I just
где
need you
она
to step
была.
on that lift behind you.
Oh, but
Да.
of course.
Она помогала с консьержем, там то ли отель был,
Is
то
this
ли
good,
что-то
George,
такое.
Perfect. Now, just stay right there.
Мы тогда ключи забирали. Она отвлекала, а мы забрали ключи. Может быть, та, что за пианино сидела? Да, она за пианино сидела. Так, давайте ее поднимем. Хана.
Oh, not again.
Все нормально. Быстренько спускаемся. Быстренько. Нет, но я не успела спуститься. Получено достижение «Живая вода». Ой, по-моему, он напился. Нет? Смотрите, какой он прям уже все того. Что такое? Не, я не успею. А, или успею. Не, он как-то медленно. Блин, не знаю.
Да.
Вот. Что вот. Блин, я проскипала случайно. Вот, наверное, шансами он имеет в виду.
It was one of
Набросок.
Hobbes' sketches. More of Hobbes' sketches. The model looked familiar. Impressionist sketches. Well, it wasn't La Malediccio, but it did appear to be a study for an element of the painting, the Ouroboros. There was something different about the image in the center. I figured the sketch
Заберем.
might come in handy, so I took it.
What the heck are you doing with those? They're private papers.
Что такое?
Huh?
А?
Well, that was fun. Just like when you were a private dick, George.
Когда ты был
So,
частным
you're not models?
детективом.
No, Mr.
Честно.
Well, you can't be a copper. You're not stupid enough. So what the blazes are you doing in my studio?
We're investigating the theft of a painting, La Malediccio, by the Spanish artist El Serp. One of these sketches is a study of that painting.
Well, sure, but what's that got to do with that? I'm a restorer, and I restored it. I've got naught to do with what happened after that painting left this studio. How was I to know it was going to get Henri killed?
Hang on a second. How
Как
do
вы
you know
узнали,
Henri's
что он
dead?
мертв?
Look, he and I went back a long way. Le Lézard Bleu was on the ropes, so I got the painting into his exhibition. Nothing like this was supposed to happen.
We're not
Доброжелательно.
accusing you of anything, Mr. Hobbes. We just want to get to the bottom of this.
I get that, and I'll help you however I can, but this mess is way above my pay grade.
Так,
How
наброски.
come you needed to make so many sketches of the painting to restore it?
Restoration's not about throwing a load of paint around. It takes research. The Serp is a complicated painting. A lot of subtext, a lot of symbols.
Why would
Картина.
anyone want to steal La Malediccio? It's not exactly a
Такая
famous
уж
painting.
известная картина.
True, but there is something special about it that's hard to describe. There's conviction in every brushstroke. Whoever El Serp was, he had a tale to tell. The symbolism is deeply religious.
We have reason to believe that Madovsky is mixed up in the theft of La Malediccio.
Eh? What would he gain from stealing his own painting?
We have strong evidence that Madovsky is not the real owner.
He'll have a hard time proving that. Medovsky has a full set of provenances for the painting. It traces its legitimate ownership all the way back to the painter.
Why didn't Madovsky mention him?
Because they're not with him. Henri's got them. Or had them.
And Henri is dead.
So ask his partner.
Lane?
Lane, yeah, Lane. Look, pal, you're wasting your time looking for conspiracies here. And you're wasting my time if you're not actually going to get naked. Go get the provenance from Lane, and everything will turn out hunky-dory.
But it also puts Marquez's story into question.
Not my problem, darling. Now both of you get lost. I've got a painting to finish.
And we have a critic to interrogate.
Последнее не дали
Someone's lying,
спросить.
but who?
Is it the gangster or the old Spaniard?
The painter or the art critic?
I need to head back for Nave's reconstruction.
What about the evidence from Medovsky's house? Will you give it to Nave?
I think I should. And I can put the squeeze on Lane. Ask him about the provenance.
Good. I've got lunch with Ronnie tomorrow. This story is hotting up, and I want to make sure he keeps me on it.
Taxi!
Такси! Почему-то Медовский похож на располневшего Путина, но я с первого взгляда это и так поняла, с кого списывали. Он же русский. Значит, президент. Совпадение не случайно. Но у него там и Толстой был, да. И Романовы. Портсигар с Романовыми. Квартира Бежу. Ну, наверное, к ней, да. Квартира Нико. У нее же должен быть Лейн. По идее. Давайте позвоним.
Yes?
Bijou? This is George Stobart from the insurance company.
Does you in?
А, не, смотрите-ка. Ой,
I wondered if Bijou
блин,
could
я
tell me anything new.
прокликала. Ах.
George, good to see you.
Ик. Что такое? У меня песня, кстати, тоже та же самая, что и там.
Hello again, George. You neglected me yesterday, you naughty boy.
I was in London.
Oh, how exciting! I love London. Tell me all about it.
Скорее
Maybe
рассказывай.
another time. I have some questions I need to ask you first.
А чё столько много вариантов? О чем можно спросить? Андрей.
Henri looks very peaceful.
Doesn't he? I wish I could keep him here forever.
Like Fifi? Well, not quite like Fifi, obviously.
Ну вот, теперь она будет плакать.
Again, I'm so sorry.
Life is too short, George.
Did you
Галерея.
say you had nothing to do with the gallery?
I did, darling. I don't do paperwork. I model for the artists. I don't sell their paintings.
Выпивка.
I'm guessing you've had a few drinks since hearing the news.
Oh, just a little dry sherry to calm the nerves, to make the nightmare go away.
Do you
Медовский.
know the owner of La Malediccio, a Mr. Medovsky?
I had nothing to do with all that, I told you.
Картины.
You said you didn't recall who painted that picture.
You know how it is. So many artists.
Такое чувство, что
Wasn't it
художником,
Wilfred
да-да-да,
Hobbs who
Хоббс
painted this
был.
one?
Might have been. I don't recall him. Do you mind if we talk about something else?
Is there anything else you can tell me about the painting?
Not really. I was young and beautiful.
So, the painting.
I'd rather not talk about it anymore.
Я не хочу больше говорить.
What's
Песня.
the song called?
Jasmine by the Airy Lobsters. Before your time, I'm sure. It's a band that Henri fronted in the 70s. They got to number 2 in the Swedish charts.
Big time, huh?
Гроб.
Quite unusual these days to bring the coffin home.
Henri loved a good wake. Said they were better than any party.
Huh.
Может,
I
виски?
figured Bijou had had enough to drink already.
Нет? Ну ладно.
Bye then.
А, Точно. Можно же ей,
Au
наверное,
revoir,
показать
Georges.
еще. Подожди.
Bijou?
Yes.
Может, вот это она узнает?
Bijou, what do you think about this?
I'm not sure, Georges.
Нет.
Sorry.
She wouldn't want to see it.
Ну, все тогда.
Goodbye.
Я пошла.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Вау. Какие тут картины интересные. Мы еще на прошлом
The bois
стриме здесь
boulogne
были.
was just-
Да. Живописные. Скорее всего, эти картины рисовал Хоббс. Потому что Хоббс, я так понимаю, рисует только обнаженных. И вот она как раз-таки там на всех картинах обнаженная. Так что мне кажется, что это он рисовал. Так. Пойдемте сходим в галерею. Нам надо найти этого. А,
Here I
точно,
was
они
again
же
at the crime
просили...
scene.
Он,
Inside the gallery, I could see lots of activity.
он же
Now they
просил еще
preparing for the
прийти.
reconstruction, no doubt. Nico and I had a good idea who the killer was. Now all we had to do was persuade Navet.
Sir, I already tried starting it up. I think it's broken.
Nonsense, Moo. This machine has the power of 10 investigators.
But investigators never fail to start up, sir.
Your pessimism is duly noted, Moo. But have faith. This machine will analyze the scene, compute the data, and deduce everything for us. The location of the second shooter will be a mystery no more.
Второго стрелка? В смысле?
One moment.
А, они все разгадывают это
A marvel
второе пятно,
indeed,
которое
sir,
было.
though at the moment it is kaput.
Your pessimism has obviously infected the circuitry, Moo. Let me think for a moment.
If I could just...
Shh! Eh bien, Moo, now try realigning the laser matrix.
Sir, I have no idea what that is.
Move over, Moo. Now, let me see. Oscillating reverberator? Check. Refraction spectrometer? Check. Now, what can I do?
Может, я посмотрю?
Ah, Monsieur Stobart, it's only you. Glad you could finally make it.
Inspector, I've got some good news and some bad news.
Oh, yes? I shall be the judge of that.
I think I know who the killer is.
Really?
Yep, he's a gardener called Shears living in London.
Fascinating. And the good news?
We don't need to do your reconstruction.
You joke with me, Monsieur Stobart.
It's not a joke. This guy Shears was working for a Russian ex-mobster. It's all part of a highly complex fraud.
Gardeners, KGB, fraud. You are a fantasist, monsieur. And I have no time for fantasy. Reality is my suitcase, as you Americans say. Now, stand over there and keep out of trouble until the others arrive.
Well, who are we waiting for?
Mademoiselle Collard and Father Simeon, please. I am very busy. Ah, Moo, a clever choice. But no cigar for you. Try the red.
Окей.
Mon Dieu!
Вова. Это не Вау, это Буба. Это просто Вова. С двумя О. Номер 2 в шведских чартах. Это такое иносказание, для эту группу вообще никто не слушал. Не знаю, может быть, слушали. Ну, скорее, она просто сказала, что типа популярный был, я так понимаю. Ох, стоило только уйти, все это пошло во все тяжкие. В такие игры играет эротические. Ну, это просто картинку нарисовали. Это ж не я так специально выбрала игру. Так, давайте с Лейном поговорим. Мы тут ради
Лейн.
Лейна.
Stobart,
What's the
Машина.
deal with that device over there?
it's a farce. They've been trying to get it working for hours.
Looks like something out of a 50s sci-fi movie.
It probably is.
Не читает русскими буквами, Вадя, ну нарочно, конечно, нарочно. Я же понимаю, что это Буба. Теперь. Навей.
What do you think of Nave?
The man is a buffoon. I have better things to do than wait for these idiots to get their forensic whatnot to work. The only silver lining is that Nave seems more annoyed than I am.
I gather you're the man to ask about the provenance for the painting.
For La Maledictio? Well, you have been busy, haven't you, Stobart?
I'd like to see it.
So speak to Bijou. She took care of the business side of the gallery. The provenance is in the office safe. She has the key.
Lane was a pushover when you had him cornered. Though it looked like Bijou hadn't been completely honest with me after all.
Да-да.
I needed to pay her another visit.
Она же сказала, что она к галерее никак не относится. Это была галерея Анри. Она к картине никак не относится, к документам и так далее. Она просто, типа, позирует для картин. Ну да, конечно. Муму.
What do you think of Moo?
Муму. Почему я прочитала Муму?
Who?
The policeman with Nave.
I assume he's another idiot.
Why's that?
I believe one can tell a man by the company he keeps.
I'll bear that in mind, Mr. Lane. Okay, thanks.
Yes, yes.
О
Sir,
людях судят по
I
их
think
друзьям.
we are ready to fire her up.
Эротические игры это ко мне. Да, это
Yes,
к Никсу.
I was just about to say the same thing. Do it.
Может, я помогу вам?
What have you done?
Pardon me, sir, but I believe it was you who said,
This is no time for blame. You have broken the machine.
Mon Dieu.
Они наконец-таки выяснят, что это просто кетчуп. И все.
It was pointless trying to get a closer look at the machine while Nave and Moo were tinkering with it.
Может, вы разойдетесь, вы мне мешаете.
Inspector Nave, may I ask you some questions?
You must wait, monsieur. I am extremely busy.
Sure, it can wait. Excuse me.
Ноль внимания. А, нет.
Please, monsieur, I'm a little busy.
Ну, я тогда пошла.
Stobart.
Что?
Monsieur Stobart, you will not leave until this is over. Understood?
But I just need to...
This is a reconstruction. You will remain here until I have concluded my investigations. Do I make myself clear?
Популярно
Okay,
объяснил.
clear.
Популярно.
I considered making a run for it, but forcing Moo to chase me would have been cruel. And it would have been silly to risk my investigation. Better to play along with Nave and get the reconstruction over as quickly as possible.
Зачем я сюда вообще пришла? Давайте ему
I was
набросок
going to
покажем.
talk about that, but then I remembered I had a lot to do.
Может, ты мне это... На,
I was
выпей.
going to talk about that, but then
Дай
I
машину
remembered I
посмотреть.
had a lot to do. It was pointless trying to get a closer look at the machine.
О, может, ему
I had to
тараканы?
hurry up and get out of there, not waste time discussing everything I ever picked up. I had to hurry up.
Не знаю, давайте Нико позвоним. Нет? Нет. Можем позвонить начальству.
Hello, Mr. Rickenbacker?
You better have some good news, Stobart.
I absolutely do.
Go on then, impress me.
I went to visit Medovsky, the owner of the painting, and Vera's security.
Go on.
I found some paperwork that proves Medovsky stole his own painting.
Great work. But we're gonna need more. You have to find the painting.
The artist restoring the painting claims there's a provenance that proves Medovsky is the owner.
Why do I sense some doubt here?
Take one guess who signed off on it.
I give up.
Hector Lane, the art critic responsible for the exhibition.
Oh, this gets better and better. Go and speak to Lane. Get a look-see at that provenance yourself.
I spoke with Lane. He says the provenance for the painting is in the gallery safe.
Good work, Stobart.
Apparently, Bijou has the key, though when I talked to her earlier, she said she wasn't involved with the gallery.
You need to take a look at that provenance.
I'm going to go find out why she lied.
Get round there, Stobart. See if you can get the key to the safe, too.
Ну, по сути, он просто пересказал все, что мы сделали. И, мол, такой, я пойду поговорю с ней. Но ты не можешь пойти поговорить с ней, понимаешь? Так, дверь.
Monsieur Stobart, please remain within the main gallery.
Окей. Почему там бокалы в углу? Потому что там все пьют. Тут и бутылка вот одна в углу, вторая на столе. Пойдем сюда. Вот здесь еще есть бокалы. Вот еще бутылка. Может, я могу еще раз с ним
Can I ask you
поговорить?
something else?
If you must.
Если нужно. Ну, это мы уже
Okay,
разговаривали.
thanks.
Надо как-то, чтобы они от машины отошли, чтобы я ее починила. Может,
I was going to talk about.
колонну? Хотите печеньку?
I didn't want to. I fed Trevor a crumb. He loved that biscuit.
Я так понимаю, мне, наверное, нужно тараканчика кормить, это он умрет к концу игры. Вдруг. Давайте его
I had to
набросок
hurry up
покажем.
and get out of there,
Нет?
not waste time discussing everything I ever picked up. Inspector Nave,
О,
what
машина.
seems to be the problem?
Monsieur Stobart, if Paris' finest cannot get this very expensive and very complex machine to work, then I doubt if an insurance salesman can.
I'm an insurance assessor, actually.
Oh, I see. Well, la-di-da to you, monsieur.
Oh, yeah? Well, la-di-da to you back.
Whatever. You are neither qualified nor clever enough to operate such an instrument. Like us. What was that, Moo? I said, unlike us, sir.
Я смотрю, он просто по моему внешнему виду оценил мой склад ума и мои знания.
Have you been a detective long?
Long enough, monsieur?
You've solved a lot of crimes, I guess.
More than you have had hot dinners?
Well, I've had a lot of hot dinners, Inspector.
Oh, yes? How many?
What?
Precisely how many hot dinners have you had, monsieur?
I don't know. Thousands?
You prove my point for me, monsieur. Precision and accuracy are everything.
You truly are a unique and amazing man, Inspector Nave.
Oh, I'm glad you are impressed.
I was sure I could get the machine to work if I could just get Nave out of the way.
Ну а как мне от него избавиться?
I was
Виски?
going to talk. The poster looked old. I didn't need to touch it.
Может попробовать починить там сигнализацию?
That was where La Malediccio used to hang.
А, нет, я тут ничего не могу сделать. Нам от него надо как-то избавиться. Но как?
It was pointless trying to get a... Excuse me.
Not now.
Не сейчас.
I had to hurry up and get out of there.
Так, Николаю позвонить не могу. В мастерскую, но сюда тоже нет смысла.
Inspector Nave. Maybe if I just have a quick look? Perhaps you just can't see the wood for the trees.
How ridiculous. Everybody knows trees are made out of wood.
I mean, you might just not be able to see what is obvious.
What is obvious, Monsieur Stobart, is that I am not stupid.
Nor are you made of wood, Inspector.
Exactly. Now, please leave this to the experts.
You
Профессионал,
must be the
блин.
top dog around here.
Yes, I am the top
Я
dog.
самый крутой.
How
Ага.
about Top Banana? You the top banana too?
Kindly cease your babble and let me concentrate.
Just asking.
Monsieur Stobart, if you continue to hassle me, I will arrest you where you stand.
Давай, я
I
отсюда
decided to drop
выйду.
it for now.
Я хочу. Арестуйте меня полностью. С ним нельзя поговорить, а
Инспектор
нет,
Наве.
можно.
Can I
Машина.
just...
Go away!
Да дай мне посмотреть. Что ты такой
Инспектор Наве.
упертый?
Can I just...
Go away!
На. Какой противный.
I was going to talk about that, but then...
Может попробовать с Лейном поговорить.
Can I ask you something else?
If you must.
Это как после звонка по поводу покупки квартиры отвечают. Я по голосу слышу, что у вас денег не хватит.
Is
Давай.
Nave a good detective, do you think?
He's as good a detective as I am a dancer.
You light on your feet, Lane?
Do I look like I am?
Разве по мне не видно?
What does it do?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Is there anything else you're not telling me, Mr. Lane?
Get lost.
Отстаньте.
Changed your opinion of Moo yet?
Who?
Moo.
Му.
Who?
Ху?
Never mind.
Му.
Okay, thanks.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes. А, кстати, наверное, можно посмотреть. Во, она же к розетке подключена.
Nave's machine was plugged in.
Отключай.
Inspector Nave. I know this sounds obvious, but are you sure it's plugged in?
Monsieur Stobart, do you really think I would be so stupid as to not check the fundamentals?
We all make mistakes.
Да?
What a ridiculous generalization, monsieur. Look, I can see from here it's... Ah.
А.
Do you need assistance, sir? Very funny, Moo. One moment.
That got rid of him. Now is my chance.
Е. Так.
I was
On,
going to have
off,
to figure
on,
that out
off,
quickly.
off. On, off.
The machine did nothing. I needed to set the switches into the correct positions.
В нужных... А. Не, погоди. Это отключает вот эту. Это соединено с этой. А это с чем соединено? А. Ну, короче, я натыкала. CSI место преступления. Я смотрела этот сериал. Дали ачивку такую.
See, Moo? I knew I would get it working. I'm not sure
У вас просто нет навыка натыкала.
You knew
Все
my
просто.
superior intellect would win through in the end.
Yes, sir. Sir, I beg your pardon, but I think there is a teeny snag.
Go on.
We have no victim.
Good God, Moo. Are you suggesting I kill someone for the sake of this reenactment?
No, sir. Just saying we need a body, sir.
Ah, yes. I see. You'll make a detective yet, Moo. I, of course, foresaw this, and I nominate you.
Me? Well, I'm not dead.
Have you ever acted, Monsieur Stobart?
Well, I don't like to blow my own trumpet, but I went down a storm playing the lead in Cat on a Felt-Tip Roof last summer.
You played the cat?
No.
So, not the lead. Half-truths again, monsieur. Nevertheless, here is your chance to play a real lead role.
But he looks nothing like the victim, sir.
Oh, damn it, Moo. Must you find problems all the time? Let me think of a way to make this work.
Relying on Nave's problem-solving skills could mean a long, long wait. I had to find something to make me more like Henri. I'll have a look around. Maybe I'll find something.
Yes, you do that. Verisimilitude is the key, Stobart.
Осматривать надо здесь. О, Нико.
Ah, you have arrived at last. Please, make yourselves comfortable. We are just making some last-minute adjustments.
Father Simeon? Nico.
Hi, George.
Welcome to the asylum.
Let me
Добро
guess.
пожаловать,
Nave
дурдом.
is overjoyed we've solved the case and he's putting us up for an award.
Not quite. I told him about Shears and Medovsky. He says it's fantasy.
But that's crazy.
Tell me about it.
So what do we do now?
Carry on anyway. And nail Medovsky.
What about Nave?
Ignore him.
And this charade?
The reconstruction? Well, sooner it starts, sooner it's over.
George, what on earth is that machine?
It's Nave's baby. Supposedly, it's going to analyze the crime scene and tell us what happened.
But we already know what happened.
Sure we do. But Nave doesn't.
Quiet, please! How can I concentrate with all this racket going on?
Lane was right.
А на чем ты концентрируешься?
Nave was an idiot.
На том, что машина сканирует? Или что? О, ладно. Пойдемте туда. Я так понимаю, он нас
The best
отпустил.
place to find Henri's things was in his office.
Замаскироваться под него. Фиговый лист. Чё, листик можно снять?
Thankfully, there was no one around to see me do this.
Ой.
Very interesting.
Я нашла сейф. Я бы ни за что не додумалась, что там может быть кнопка. Я просто увидела, что его можно потрогать. Фиговый тайник. Я оладушек. Почему ты оладушек? Катя, я теперь оладушков хочу.
I
Замочная
wasn't going to open
скважина.
the safe without the key. I was fairly sure that even Henri wouldn't be silly enough to keep it hidden in the office. I wasn't going to open the safe without the key.
Не открыть без ключа. А, ключа у нас пока нету. Так, пойдемте дальше смотреть, что еще тут есть. Давайте
The
стол
desk was
осмотрим.
covered with Henri's junk, and none of it was of any use.
Кстати, здесь же должна быть папка в
It was a
диване.
battered sofa.
Но, наверное, она нам уже не нужна. Гитара, система видеонаблюдения, часы, постер, картина, окно. Ключ. Где может быть ключ? Ой, оно
The
закрылось.
phone was vintage.
Ого.
On the head of the statue was a pair of Henri's glasses. Maybe, just maybe, the glasses had made me look like
очки.
Henri.
Да. Очки возьмем.
Henri's notice board was covered with all kinds of junk. It didn't look like there was anything important on the board.
Я просто увидела, что его можно потрогать. О май. Теперь Света знает, где у мужчин тайники. Ну, понятное дело, что Света сразу пошла трогать мужчинку, где попало. Надо в РПГ добавить новую характеристику натыкала. Думаю, будет актуально для меня, да? Моделька
A
фургона.
1600cc Type 2 VW camper, painted in hippie colors. Henri's guitar. Poor man would never play it again.
Ну вот, в принципе, мы же здесь уже осматривались. Ключ я не находила. И
Empty
бутылки.
bottles. The
Окно.
window looked out on the street. Outside, it was quiet.
Телефон.
The phone was probably also art, but what did I know? The desk was covered with Henri's,
Так это
and none of
было.
it was.
Это было.
Some of the stuff must have been collecting dust since the 70s. Yeah, it was certainly nothing of any use.
Может, система видеонаблюдения?
The CCTV camera watched over the gallery, though it no longer seemed to be recording.
Запись не велась.
It was a pretty flamboyant-looking clock.
Может, ключ вообще не здесь спрятан? Нет тут какой-нибудь потайной ниши? Вроде нету. Очки. Может, благодаря очкам я смогу быть похожим? Ну-ка, очки.
I found these glasses of Henri's.
Stole or found? Never mind. That might just do it. Come on, everyone, into position. I want everyone to stand precisely where they were when the victim died.
Фить.
This process is ridiculous.
God moves in mysterious ways, Father.
Indeed. And the devil makes work for idle hands, Mr. Stobart.
Shh! Stobart, you are supposed to be dead. Please be dead more quietly.
Трупы не могут разговаривать.
I tried to tell Nave the truth about his bloodstain.
Didn't he believe you? You're a man of God.
His faith is in science, Mr. Stobart, not God.
Понятно. Может, мы что-то на потолке сейчас найдем? А, кстати, давайте сохранимся. О, можете вам показать
Monsieur
набросок?
Stubble,
Yes, Inspector?
you are fiddling.
I just wanted to show Father Simeon.
Well, don't. You are supposed
Вы
to
же
be
мертвы.
dead. The dead do not move. They do not talk, and they certainly do not fiddle. So, please, stay in character. Important science is occurring.
Nave wasn't going to let me show the priest anything, but that wouldn't stop me talking to
Я
him.
продолжу с ним разговаривать.
Father?
Yes, my son.
Do you
Машина.
think the machine will give the inspector some insight into Henri's murder?
He will find the answers he seeks, but he asks the wrong questions. This was no ordinary murder.
Я играла Вадя в грибную эру.
Do you
Наве.
think Inspector Nave will ever figure this out?
I'm not sure, although I'm no expert.
Yeah, neither is he by the looks of it. Last
Картина.
time we met, you said the stolen painting was evil.
Let me explain. I'm a Dominican, Mr. Stobart. The Dominican order was founded to seek out and destroy heresy.
Why?
Because heresy is evil.
Okay.
For 1,000 years we have fought against heresy. Indeed, our enemies gave us a nickname, the Hounds of God. Dominicanis, Dominican, you see?
Very clever.
Now this painting, the Benedictio, is without doubt heretical.
Whoa, hold on. How can a painting be heretical?
Because it is filled with Gnostic imagery. And Gnostics are heretics.
What kind of imagery?
Evil imagery. The Ouroboros, the snake eating its tail. Images of false saints, heretical saints.
So you think the painting itself is evil?
It trails murder in its wake, Mr. Stobart.
And murder is police work, monsieur. Silence, please, both of you.
You
Гностики.
keep talking about the Gnostics. Who are they?
They are a cult, a warped branch of Christianity that reveres Lucifer as equal to, or perhaps greater than, God.
I can see how that might trouble the Vatican.
The Vatican is the least of your worries. Please be quiet.
Так.
The
Ouroboros.
Ouroboros. What exactly is it?
It is a Gnostic symbol. It marks something that is hidden. There are trees illustrated within the Ouroboros. They symbolize knowledge. So the Ouroboros alludes to hidden knowledge.
Скрытое знание.
Painting must be destroyed to stop this knowledge being revealed.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That is the first set of results completed. Only 36 more to do. Please remain in position while we
36.
reset the machine. You may relax and talk amongst yourselves.
36, ребята. Да мы тут целый день пробудем с
Who are
тобой.
these false saints?
Gnostic saints, not beatified by the Church. They question orthodoxy, lure the unwary down dark paths of forbidden knowledge, and condemn innocent souls to the fires of damnation.
You mean like a Black Sabbath album?
Так, давайте ему покажем вот это.
Vade retro satana.
What's the matter?
It is worse than I thought.
What is it? It's just a sketch.
Not just a sketch. The painting.
Опа.
I wondered if it was something I'd said.
I have to get out of here. Now.
Father Simeon, I forbid you to leave. This is an official investigation.
Don't you understand? A great evil is upon us. The painting is evil.
Это что
Heretical Gnostics in
за
league
парень не
with the
склона?
devil himself, the devil? Don't you understand? The Tabula Veritatis, the tablet of truth. It is real.
Well, well, someone is upset. Pressing your witnesses a little too hard, Inspector Nave?
And you are? This is official police business?
Richard Langham, Interpol, serious art theft. We spoke on the phone, Inspector?
Ah, yes, sir. Oh, you didn't say you would be attending my crime scene.
What exactly is this machine, Inspector?
A little invention of mine, Monsieur Langham. It will compute whose blood this is on the floor, and...
Not to worry, Inspector. Perhaps you could move aside? I'm intrigued to see what you're up to.
Ah, of course. It is rather groundbreaking.
Pizza box. It looks like your suspect was a Hawaiian, Inspector.
A Hawaiian? Mon Dieu! Mo! Get on to the Hawaiian embassy straight away. There is a surf killer on the loose. Alert the airports and the surf shops.
Sorry, Inspector. I mean, Hawaiian pizza. Your blood stain is a pizza sauce.
Pizza? Mo! You fool! Forget the surf shops. Get on to the Italian embassy. This has mafia written all over it.
Мафия.
Nah, Inspector, if you don't mind, I'd like to speak to your
У
witnesses.
него просто рука
And in the
лицо.
meantime, perhaps you should try and get your priest back. Madame Collard, Mr. Stobart, I assume. Can I buy you chaps a coffee?
Langham sounded a little more on the ball. Maybe he'd bring a dose of common sense to the case.
So, Inspector Nave brought me up to speed and told me about you guys.
I can guess what he said. But what's your interest in the robbery?
I've been tracking a gang of art thieves for some time, and this looked like a good lead. But Nave is worse than useless. I was hoping you might be able to help.
We're flattered.
Just doing our jobs.
We all are, or at least trying to. So, maybe we can help each other. I gather you insured the exhibition.
That's right, and we're liable to lose a packet.
Any leads so far?
Maybe. There's a Russian guy called Madovsky who turns out to be the owner of the painting.
Madovsky?
You know him?
Oligarch, oil, art, aluminium. Ex-KGB. Very nasty. You need to be careful. Madovsky's dangerous. He kills anyone who gets in his way.
For a cop, Langham seemed okay. Trouble with doing deals with cops, there's usually a payback down the line. But I figured that'd be a price worth paying to bring down Madovsky. We found evidence that links Madovsky to the company that installed the security at the gallery.
Interesting.
And one of his men, a guy called Shears, was in Paris on the day of the robbery.
Really?
We also found a letter from someone called Gainan wanting to buy the painting from Madovsky.
Gainan? The name rings a bell? Did you find anything else about him?
No, we were in a hurry.
What about the priest?
Ah, the good Father Simeon. Well, something spooked him, that's for sure.
So I gather.
He kept saying La Maledizio was evil.
Perhaps he's right. It certainly caused evil, hasn't it? I'll take leads from anyone, Mr. Stobart, even a crazy priest. Let's keep in touch. Thank you for your help. Coffee's on me, or rather, on Interpol. Miss Collard, Mr. Stobart.
Какой-то странный он. Пришел
So, George, what do you
ниоткуда,
think?
ушел в никуда.
Interesting. He seems to be on top of things.
I agree.
You know, Nico, this could start getting dangerous.
You think Langham's right about Madovsky?
Well, he appears to be on the ball.
I thought he was cute.
Милый.
He was
Ага.
English, Nico. They're all cute to you.
Hidden depths too.
Oh, yeah? What about my hidden depths?
Что насчет моих скрытых
You
талантов?
showed me those long ago, George. Well, I'm off home to write up the story so far. You?
I have to see a woman about a dog. A stuffed dog, that is.
You're talking riddles again, George.
I need to pay Bijou another visit. She's not been completely honest with me.
Лэндхам. Так.
Bijou had told me she didn't have anything to do with the business. But Lane said the opposite. One of them was lying.
Кто-то из них врет. Давайте. О, кстати, еще один пропустился какой-то. Но он реально похож на главного героя этого клона. Кто его создавал, явно был фанат, мне кажется. Так, домофон.
Yes?
Bijou, it's George again.
Уже без вопросов просто открывает.
The air was heavy with incense and alcohol. Reminded me of the old alma mater. What happened?
George, please help me. I'm lost.
Пластинку
There was a
разбила.
smashed record on the floor. There was no record on the turntable.
Oh, help me. You must help me.
What's wrong, Bijou?
I can't play our song. I've lost Henri and now our song.
You mean the record? How did it happen?
I stumbled and trod on it by mistake.
Бывает.
What song was it, Bijou?
I'm lost without it. Lost, lost.
The name of the song, Bijou.
Jasmine. It was our song.
I'll see what I can do. Lane tells me you've got the provenance, that you did all the paperwork for the gallery.
Oh dear, my head is going round and round and round.
Bijou, I need to know.
All the papers are in the safe, in the gallery office. Stop asking all these questions.
Ключ.
Bijou, where's the key to the safe?
Henri? You're not Henri. I'm keeping the key just like Henri asked.
Could I borrow that key, please?
Oh, I need my tune. Nothing else matters.
I couldn't get any sense out of her in that state. I had to find a way to get the safe key.
Может, я смогу
Look,
очки
Bijou,
надеть?
I brought Henri's glasses.
Oh, Henri, what will I do without you?
Who sang the song?
My darling Henri, of course. You got to #2 in the Swedish charts. I was so proud. Get me another one, Georges. Oh, please tell me you will.
I guess I can try.
Oh, you're a darling.
I felt terrible. I was anything but a darling. All I was really after was the key to the safe.
Я знаю, где можно достать эту пластинку. Это же та самая пластинка, которая играла у этого, у Хопса. Та же самая песня. Надо только ее забрать. Не уверена только, что он мне ее отдаст. Спеть? Да нет, вряд ли. Мы же даже не знаем песню эту. Так, а как мне к нему сходить? Видать, никак. Квартира. Вера Security, может.
I arrived back at the shopping arcade.
Может, у него здесь есть на барахолке какие-то песенки старые. Давайте поговорим с ним.
Hey, Bassam, how's business?
Good to see you, George. Gotta say, the new branding's hitting the demographic right between the eyes.
Sold anything?
This is a soft market, George. Look to the margins. Look to the margins.
What's your latest bargain?
Bargain? I prefer the word incentivizer, George. Look at the store. Something for everyone and everything for someone.
Не думаю, что у нас голос Анри. Согласен. Согласна.
Any other bargains?
Got a batch of phone covers.
Let me guess. Rhinestones?
Got it in one.
Со стразами.
I didn't think there was much point. But Sam wouldn't want to see. You
Бутылка.
like whiskey? I'm afraid it's a cheap brand.
No.
Thank you.
А эти прям навсегда закрылись уже, все. Ну, смотрите, я не могу съездить к этому. Но я не думаю, что, типа, надо просто эту пластинку руками собрать и все. И, типа, она соберется и будет работать дальше. Это же так не работает.
Bijou, it's George again.
Опа, Света спалилась, что она согласен. Света оказалась Светом. Да, я Свет. Так. Что там? Белый цветок?
Stealing a flower from a corpse. How low had I sunk?
Ну, я так понимаю, нам надо надеть очки, цветочек, то есть, чтобы она нас приняла за него.
Bijou's favorite record was smashed beyond repair. There was no way it could be fixed.
Ну вот, ее уже не спасти. Может, у тебя здесь... А, у тебя же еще музыкальная шкатулка есть, точно.
There was no reaction from Bijou. Eine kleine Nachtmusik was clearly not what she wanted to hear. Bijou?
Henri? Oh, you're not Henri.
Look at this lovely white flower.
Oh, Henri, what will I do without you? Please help me.
Может, я должна что-то еще найти, чтобы она увидела в нас Анри? Либо... Не, ну по идее я больше не могу никуда вернуться. В магазин я не могу тоже вернуться. Надо что-то здесь делать.
They didn't...
Набросок можно с чем-то соединить? Подожди.
That didn't...
А, так у меня же еще есть одеколон его, точно.
Well, it seemed... That...
Ну-ка.
I sprayed some of Henri's Brett in the air.
Oh, Henri, how will I manage without you?
That wouldn't make any sense.
Нет. Вид из окна. Разбитые пластинки восстановить нельзя. Ну да, я вот так и предположила. Обложку не можем взять, нет, только пластинка здесь. Я сначала подумала у этого пластинку взять, но я туда вообще не могу пойти. При этом я могу зачем-то взять цветочек белый.
Well, that didn't work. They didn't...
Но здесь вряд ли у нас где-то магазин есть. То не бутик. Да и вряд ли я смогу купить эту пластинку. Она наверняка еще и дорого стоит. Вот, в галерею я не могу пойти. Здесь у нас ничего. К Нико тоже не могу. То есть, по сути, у нас есть только Вера Security это и квартира ее, в которой она просит пластинку. Может, нам что-то еще здесь купить надо у него? Не знаю.
I had a closer look at Bassam's stock.
Check it out, George. I've had quite a stock update, and I've got to say the metrics on some of this stuff is startling.
И что же? Вот.
They looked interesting.
Вот. Все-таки надо было здесь. Ну-ка, нет?
A stack of those cards that play music when you open
Открывайте,
them.
она играет.
George, what can I do for you?
Does one of your cards play the song Jasmine?
Sounds familiar.
Нужно проверить каталог. Ну-ка.
I think that's by the Hairy Lobsters.
Bassam certainly knew his stock.
Aha! Here it is.
How much?
It's yours.
Бесплатно.
If you mention my shop to 3 other people.
Done. Thanks.
Хорошо. Так. Ну-ка.
It played the Jasmine tune.
Нифига себе открытка. Винил? Кто сказал винил? Его уже разбили. И, судя по всему, нам не надо было, да, пластинку конкретно покупать. Да я не думаю, что мы бы смогли купить ее. Она, скорее всего, дорогущая была бы. А мы не выглядим как богатый.
Bijou, it's George again.
Хотя в первых частях наш персонаж явно был с бездонным кошельком. Он летал везде, куда только не мог летать. И везде платил за все. А сейчас явно денег нет, чтобы что-то прям направо-налево покупать. Смотри, что у меня есть. Сердечко.
How about this card? It plays the tune.
Oh, song. Oh, how wonderful.
Потанцуй со мной, Андрей. Руки поотрывать этому нехорошему человеку, она на нее наступила. И тогда уж ноги.
Bijou?
Henri? Oh, you're not Henri.
About the provenance.
No talking, sweetie. Just dancing.
She only wanted Henri. Short of a seance, what could I do? Is that better?
Yes, but where is Henri? I want to dance with Henri.
Look, Bijou, I brought Henri's glasses.
Oh, Henri, what will I do without you?
Look at this lovely white flower.
Ну, это все то же самое.
Oh, Henri, what?
Can I have the
Ключ?
key to the safe?
Henri, is that you? You're not Henri. I need Henri to dance with me.
I'd have more luck persuading her if I looked like Henri.
Если бы был больше
Does this
похож на
smell good
Анри.
to you?
Henri, is that you, my sweet?
А что еще?
She'd had enough.
Пили мы достаточно.
Would you like a rich tea?
Печеньку.
Tea? I don't need tea. I
Только
need
шампанское.
champagne.
It's not. Never mind.
Oh, Henri, just dance with me.
Ну как мне с тобой танцевать? Просто ходить? А-ля танцую?
Bijou was drunk and clamoring for Henri. Bijou seemed happy with just the musical card as a replacement for the record. Bijou seemed happy with just the musical card as a replacement for the record.
Ну, тут везде вон бутылка, 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 бутылка. Ну-ка, туалетный столик.
I found myself at Bijou's
Ой.
well-equipped dressing table.
Это было страшно. Надевай, танцуй. Я бы надела бы. А, так вот, можно надеть сейчас. Вот. Да? Куда тыкать? Волосы,
I
глаза.
added Henri's glasses. I looked more and more like a gallery owner. Time to
Цветочек.
bring Henri back to life. Henri had more facial hair than me. I needed a brown goatee.
Расческа.
I prefer a comb myself.
Духи.
Bijou used a pungent flowery scent. I didn't want it on me.
Ну, мы можем себя пшикнуть одеколоном.
I added Henri's Brett to my disguise. Made my eyes water. Looking good, but not quite there yet. Henri's hair was darker than mine.
Волосы темнее. Я как-то случайно одну пластинку свою поцарапала, неделю из депрессии выходила, тут ногами на мелкие кусочки. Ну, ничего страшного. Может, виски?
That was almost a great idea.
Нет? Как мне стемнить волосы? Ну, цветочек
I added
понятно.
Henri's flower to my buttonhole. The jasmine definitely gave me that perfect hippie vibe. It was working, but I needed something
Но
else.
еще не совсем.
Henri and I had a similar build, but how could I disguise my classic Stobart good looks? For starters, Henri's hair was darker than mine.
А,
I didn't
коричневые
want it on my
тени.
eyes, but perhaps a slight dusting.
Вот.
My hair was now the same
А,
color as
блин,
Henri's.
капец. Я думала, он все тенями нарисует бороду.
There yet.
Но не волосы. Это же просто тени. По идее, ничего так не закрасят.
I decided to
Салфетки?
clean my face and start again.
Если бы я
I
знала.
daubed some rouge on my cheeks.
Я напудрил. Чего? Нет, это, наверное, точно не надо. Голубая кисточка, румяна.
How
А что
about
за
a little
голубая
blue?
кисточка? Еще
I
помаду
wondered
можно
if red was my
накрасить.
color.
Это, наверное, ачивка еще. Нет? Нет. Нет. А,
I grabbed a
восковые
strip.
полоски.
Prepare for wax.
Зачем? Воск для депиляции. Чего? Волос?
That wouldn't work. That was never going to work. I needed a better idea.
Может, это на будущее просто я взяла?
I needed more facial hair, not less.
Мне нужно больше бороды, ее и так нет. Ну, короче, давайте
I looked
сотрем это.
nothing like Henri.
Тогда прекращай издеваться. На ачивку 100%. Но не дали. Не знаю, наверное, типа можно вообще все нанести, все, что типа только есть. Ну-ка, давайте попробуем.
I added Henri's glasses. I looked more and more like a gallery owner.
Все больше и больше
It was
походил на
working.
владельца.
Henri had... I
Так,
need...
да.
Getting there.
Так, я буду пропускать.
My hair was already...
Я уже припудрил волосы. Духи.
Bijou used a
Это не для меня. Помада. Ватные
Lots of
палочки.
cotton buds. Always handy for oiling machinery. Lots of cotton.
Лак
I
для
once painted my
ногтей.
toenails with my mother's varnish. Still not sure why that made her cry so much.
Так, ладно. Лак для ногтей взять нельзя.
I
Цветочек.
added Henri's flower to my buttonhole. The jasmine definitely gave me that perfect... It was working.
Почти похоже. И одеколон.
I added Henri's Brett to my disguise. Made my eyes water. Looking good.
Из
but
чего
not
можно
quite
сделать
there yet.
бороду? У меня нету тут. Ну, у меня волосы только на
That wouldn't make any
волосах.
sense.
Как бы это ни звучало.
That was
Но я не могу тут ничего сделать.
There wasn't enough hair in the brush.
Расческа.
It was blonde too.
А, они были русые. Где тут еще можно волосы набрать?
That was
Ватные
almost a
палочки?
great idea.
Нет.
Almost. That would be pointless.
Что-то явно надо сделать с вот этими полосками.
I needed a better...
Так, в инвентаре соединить нельзя. А выйти нельзя? Выйти, просто выйти. Не, все снялось. Выйти-то можно. Депиляцию провести лучевой и взять волосы. А, ты имеешь в виду типа с того? С трупа провести депиляцию?
That wouldn't have worked.
Да нет, не берет. Чучело собаки?
Sorry, Fifi.
Ё-моё. Я бы не
I'll see it
додумалась. Что надо депиляцию собаки сделать. Народ, они не клеятся. Я там уже все потыкала. Все, что можно было потыкать. А теперь понятно, почему написали из собаки сделай. Это я тоже не очень поняла.
With my mouth firmly closed, I added the wax strip to my upper lip. Instant goatee. It was working, but I needed something else. Henri's hair was darker than mine.
Да. Сейчас мы тебя полностью здесь накрасим. Вот этим, вот это.
It was hard. I shudder to think of the pain a simple strip like that could induce.
Сколько боли может принести эта маленькая полоска воска. Так, ну-ка.
I
Очки.
added Henri. I looked. It was.
Деколон.
I added Henri. Getting. I
Цветочек.
added Henri's flower to the jasmine. That wasn't working.
Сейчас
I
я
was
больше
looking more
похож
like
на Bijou.
Bijou than Henri.
Ну вот. Все сняли.
Instant.
Ачивку
It
не
was
дали.
Henri.
Так,
I
одеколон.
added. Getting. It was.
Цветочек.
It was. I added. There. As I looked into the
Всё.
mirror, I saw Henri looking back at me.
Да вообще вылитый.
Henri, there you are, you naughty boy. Dance with me, my little roll mop. I've missed you.
With pleasure, chérie.
Henri, isn't this wonderful? Just like old times.
Понятно. Лучше бы Джорджа показали бы нам, как он там танцует.
Bijou, darling, I...
Мне нужен ключ от сейфа.
Of course. Didn't I promise? Here it is, sweetie.
Тут еще и труп лежит сбоку. Я сбегу. Ой. Походу все. Я прочитала не сбегу, а я сбоку. Криминальное чтиво. Фух.
And besides, I wanted to get my hands on that letter of provenance.
Ура! Потопали. И снова в галерее.
I was surprised to see Father Simeon at the cafe.
George.
Опа.
A moment, if you please.
Is everything all right, Father?
No, my son. Not at all. Great evil is upon us. That sketch you showed me in the gallery, the study from La Maledictio, it showed an image hidden inside the Ouroboros, a dangerous image.
Dangerous?
The symbol represents a heresy, an object that the Gnostics call the Tabula Veritatis.
The Tablet of Truth?
It is a tablet of lies, a tool of Lucifer.
Tell me more about this Tabula Veritatis.
It is an artifact capable of undoing the whole of creation. It was smuggled out of the Holy Land millennia ago and brought to Europe by the Cathars, an evil Gnostic cult. In 1209, the Church launched a glorious crusade in the Cathar heartlands of southern France. We wiped out almost all the Cathars, and with them, the evil that is Gnosticism. My order, the Dominicans, were formed at that time to seek out and eradicate any remaining Gnostics. But we failed in our primary objective. We did not find the Tabula Veritatis. We presumed it lost, but the painting suggests it is still in Gnostic hands.
Сложно. Картина.
How is La Maledictio connected to all this?
I believe it contains clues that point to the location of the tablet. Clues constructed for a Gnostic to solve. If someone were to decrypt the painting and find the Tabula Veritatis, who knows what evil would be unleashed upon the world?
So, you're suggesting that this image of the Tabula Veritatis is hidden in the Ouroboros on the painting?
It is obvious now. The Ouroboros is a symbol of the Gnostics, and the tree it contained symbolized knowledge, hidden Gnostic knowledge.
Were the Cathars all killed?
All that came forward to fight, but like a weed,
Почему все?
their
Все,
roots were
кто
deep.
сражался.
We did not fully destroy their evil.
Гностики.
I still don't get why the Gnostics are so evil.
They see God as simply the creator of the physical world, and revere Lucifer as the lord of the spiritual realm.
Wow. What's so terrible about this tablet? What does it do?
Like Lucifer himself, the Gnostics could be anywhere. We must talk somewhere more private.
Thank you, Father. That was some story.
Be careful. Guard this knowledge. There are those who would do anything to find the tabula.
Please excuse me. I have to get back to the gallery.
I will remain here and follow you when no one is looking. I have more I must tell you.
I had to get into the gallery and find the provenance. But I was really looking forward to hearing what else Father Simeon had to tell me.
Что-то мне кажется, что этот официант здесь завязан. Странный он.
Monsieur.
How has business been since the robbery?
You and the other witnesses are the only ones that have been here.
Понятно. А дверка-то, наверное, закрыта.
The door was locked.
Дверь была заперта.
The door was covered in police tape. The office looked quiet. The office looked quiet.
А, может, ключи. У нее здесь несколько ключей. Я поняла. Да, и один от галереи как раз-таки. Ясно все. Видно кетчупа, дверка.
Time to look in the safe. I opened the compartment again.
Ясно. О, открыл тайник. И все?
The
Кольцо.
ring had an inscription. Henri and Bijou forever. Huh. Henri had bought Bijou a big diamond ring.
Бриллиантом.
Useful.
Бриллиантом.
A note was
Записка.
attached to the front of the document wallet. It read, Cherie, this should do the trick. Your darling Wilfie. Now why would Hobbs be sending romantic little notes to Bijou?
Хопс. Bijou.
The handwritten note read, Cherie, this should do the trick. Your darling Wilfie. Seemed like Hobbs and
Хопс и
Bijou were
Bijou
on
были
quite
очень
intimate
близки.
terms. Beautiful.
Может, это и не кольцо Анри, а кольцо именно Хопса.
That had to be the elusive provenance. It clearly stated that Medovsky was the owner, but I'd learned never to take things at face value. I had to take a closer look at this. At first glance, the provenance looked authentic, but something wasn't right.
Ну-ка. Что такое? Его можно покрутить. Так вот, наверное, для чего были... А, нет. Тут же можно было вот это вот трогать. Скрепочки. Не знаю, может,
The sketch was drawn on
набросок?
similar paper to the provenance.
А, на похожей бумаге. А, тут вот. Во-во-во, они в половинке соединяются. Смотрите.
The coffee
вот
cup
так.
stains matched exactly, as did the tear. The provenance must have been created by Hobbs. It was a fake, which meant Medovsky wasn't the true owner.
Что это было?
I had to get out there and find out what happened.
Система
Whatever
видеонаблюдения.
caused the noise in the gallery couldn't be seen on the camera.
стрёмно. Так, ну бриллиантом через окно.
The diamond ring was just what I needed to cut through the glass.
Все просто. Бриллиантовый полицейский. Этого застрелили. Капец.
No sticks. You must stop them.
Who did this, Simeon?
Don't let them. The tablet. They are going to raise the devil. Lucifer himself.
Those were his last words. First Henri, now Simeon. Who was behind this? And what was Simeon trying to tell me?
Бумаги.
Simeon had been carrying a scan of an old manuscript with a covering note. Both were written in Latin.
Это плохо.
It was a photocopy of an old Latin text. Although a bit rusty, my Latin was still up to the job. It read, "And thus spoke the accused. In this ritual we find succor. Clad in blue, the perfecti take the form of the spiritual and look towards the rising sun, toward the tree of knowledge. Clad in green, the credentes look the other way, towards the setting sun, where stands the tree of life. And all shall know that the light of knowledge is blue, and that the light of life is green. For thus was the light of Eden, both blue and green, intertwined with the light of man to become pure. Pure light, white light, pure light will win." So it was written in the old texts, affirmed by the Tabula Veritatis. And these were the accused's last words. It was powerful stuff. I wondered how it connected to La Maledictio.
Что-то как-то все сложно. Первый абзац, второй, третий абзац. Опять надо будет отгадывать. Я не люблю эту головоломку. Я помню, как мы по картине что-то там соотносили, нифига не было понятно. Заметка.
Fortunately, I hadn't forgot the Latin I'd learned at school. The note read, "The Tabula Veritatis only appears in one file. The Inquisition into Heretical Depravity by Nicholas Emmerich, A.D. 1376. Scan attached." The note was signed by the Vice Prefect of the Vatican Archives. Simeon must have done some digging after he recognized the symbol on Hobbes's sketch. The illustration showed a group of colored figures engaged in some sort of ritual. The blue and green figures appeared to be in control. The crowd in the foreground were colored red. I guessed it was a representation of the ritual in the text.
Так, ладно,
My
берем.
God,
Ой,
what have you done?
я аж испугалась.
I know this looks like
you've been caught red-handed?
Excuse me.
Извините. Мне тут звонят.
Josh, something terrible has happened at the apartment.
Nico, hang on.
Lane, it's not what it looks like.
Murdering a priest, Stobart? Is there no end to your depravity?
It's a simple misunderstanding. Look, I need to go. I'll be at Nico's apartment.
После беспокойной поездки на такси. Походу этого застрелили.
Nico!
In here.
Куда она ее убрала?
Hi, Josh.
I thought you were being attacked.
When I arrived, there was someone here. He rushed me, knocked me down.
Did you get a look at him?
No, it happened so quick, and then he was gone.
What a mess. This blood. Where's Marquez?
I don't know. He must be badly hurt. Or dead.
Not another killing.
What do you mean?
I just came from the gallery. Father Simeon's been shot.
My God! Who did it?
I don't know, but before he died, he begged me to stop the Gnostics from raising the devil.
The devil? Whoever's doing the killing, Georges, it's certainly not him.
Okay, but who? Simeon and Marquez were both attacked at the same time. Just what are we up against?
I don't know, but whoever came here was looking for something. The place has been ransacked. I'm going to clean up. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, I'll take a look around.
Женские карманы. Теперь в ваших жакетах. О, капец. Монеты.
Nico's neighbor had quite an impressive coin collection. There was still quite a bloodstain. I really hoped that Marquez was all right.
Перевернутое кресло.
The chair had been knocked over in the fight. But there was something glinting underneath. It was Marquez's medallion.
Mm-hmm.
It was Marquez's medallion. Simeon's notes were related to the Tabula Veritatis, but their connection with La Malediccio wasn't clear. Whatever it was, I suspected it was what got him killed.
Беспорядок.
There'd clearly been a struggle. Marquez must have put up quite a fight. I spotted something in the mess. It was Marquez's family photo. Marquez wouldn't have intentionally left the photo behind.
Так, что тут еще? Диван.
The sofa was a real mess, but there was something between the cushions. It was one of the photographs that Nico had taken during the robbery. It showed a section of La Malediccio. Marquez had written on it.
Санц, Иуда, Магдалина.
Marquez had circled one of the figures and written Judas. I wondered if he was identifying him as Judas Iscariot. Back in Bible class, Judas was definitely one of the bad guys. Marquez had circled one of the figures in the tower and identified her as Magdalena. That had to mean Mary Magdalene. Marquez had scribbled the word Sans across the photograph. I wonder what he meant.
Ну, наверное, он имеет в виду, что Сант — это группа или типа как пирамидка, что один стоит на 3, и 3 стоят на 4. Как бы вообще в целом вся вот эта фигура. Или люди в целом взятые.
Hey, Georges, you find anything?
Marquez's medallion. And one of your photos of the robbery. Marquez scribbled all over it. I think he was trying to work something out in the painting. Simeon must have been right. The painting is some kind of map.
We should... Hold on, my phone.
Мой телефон.
Hello? Oui?
This is Inspector Navet.
Начинается.
I am looking for the American, Monsieur Stobart. Are you with him?
Yes, he's right here.
Mon Dieu! Stay calm, madame. Where exactly are you?
In my neighbor's apartment. But why do you...
Do not worry. I am just moments away.
Он вооружен и опасен.
Highly dangerous.
Да, да,
But he
да.
seems so charming.
Trust me, madame. The leopard never changes his straps.
Да, 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 да.
That was Nave. You're in big trouble.
Lane saw me with Simeon's body. He set me up for sure.
Well, Nave's on his way, and he'll be here any moment.
Он уже приехал.
We have to go, Nico, now.
Down the back stairs. We'll go through Fleur's shop.
Бегом. Так, и где мы выйдем? А, у нее рука была сквозь дверь, видели?
There you are, right on time.
Sorry, Fleur, but we can't stop.
Suit yourself.
Damn it. Sergeant Moo is outside the door. He's talking to someone.
Oh no, it's Adam.
Who?
Адам?
My neighbor.
Ah, the pug lover with the trashed apartment.
That's the one.
Блин.
Hey, Fleur. Great to see you again.
Что-то как-то не очень получилось. У него в квартире кровь.
30 more seconds and you would have been caught. Charged with the murder of a priest.
Whoa. How do you know about that?
News travels fast through the ether, George. Take this.
What do I do with a ball of yarn? Bribe Moo with a nice Aran sweater?
You will find the way. Now, excuse me. I think it's time you planned your escape.
Oh, hi, Adam.
Hi, Nico. They say I can't go up to my apartment.
Oh, really? I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why too. Yeah, I'm George, by the way.
Adam, I live in the apartment next to Nico.
I know. I mean, how interesting.
Fleur, can I sit here for a while until the police let me back in?
By all means.
Так, а
So
это
what
что
now?
такое?
You take a look around. I'll see if there's a way to get past Moo.
Флёр. Галерея персонажей. Адам. Так, Флёр. А, так она тоже была в каком-то... В какой-то из частей. У нее был цветочный лоток. Что-то я не помню всех этих людей. Это случайно не та, которая просто сидела возле ее дома? У нее не было магазина. Это, наверное, та бабушка. Адам. Сосед Нико любит коллекционировать монеты и души не чает в мопсах. Так. Хорошо. На сладком через дорогу от дома стояла. Да-да-да, все, я теперь поняла, кто она такая. Что-то тут столько много отсылок на предыдущие части. И в плане персонажей, и вообще в целом вот это вот, как бы, атмосфера, скажем так, предыдущих частей. Ну, выйти мы особо не сможем. Так. Флёр. Музыкальный центр.
Fleur's classics were blaring out into the street. The door led to the rear stairwell of the apartment block.
Коробки.
There were boxes stacked along the wall. They were all labeled. Florist's foam, flower food, ribbon, pee-pee, bouquet labels. Pee-pee?
Пипи.
My curiosity was aroused.
Меня это заинтересовало.
It was a plastic statue.
А, писающий мальчик.
Careful with that. He's just come in. Special order.
What is it?
Особый заказ.
A replica mannequin piece. Fill it with water, pop in some batteries, and watch it go tinkle.
Very tasteful.
Ничего себе, у нас сколько всего уже. Просто добавь воды, короче, да? Цветы.
Go ahead, George. Take a few.
Thanks.
Цветы. Держи, Нико. Цветочки.
I got you some beautiful tulips.
That's sweet, George. but I'm not a big fan of yellow flowers.
Oh, typical.
Могла бы и принять. И они не желтые, тут вот красные есть, оранжевые, не полностью желтые. А, это плеер у него здесь. Так, ну давайте поговорим. Флёр.
Sorry to bust in on you like this, Fleur.
Don't worry, George. I knew you were coming.
You did? So what else do you know?
There's a 36% chance of rain.
Fleur, can you help me distract that police officer at the front door?
Don't you want to play the game yourself?
Game? What game?
Oh, I thought you knew. Never mind.
Разве ты сам не хочешь играть в игру? В какую игру?
Do you know Adam?
A little. I see great distress in his near future.
Funny, so do I. You've known Nico a while. What flowers does she like?
Yellow. No, wait. Yes. Yellow, definitely.
В смысле? Она же сказала, что она не любит желтый. Ты чё меня обманываешь?
Nico? We're trapped. No way forward, no way back.
Luckily, Inspector Nabe is no Sherlock Holmes.
But Sergeant Moo is a problem.
At the gallery, I just plied him with coffee. His bladder problem did the rest.
Ah, that reminds me of my late husband. Pipi Pierre, they called him.
I don't suppose you have a coffee machine, Fleur?
I'm afraid not. I don't even have a kettle.
Let's keep looking. There's always a way.
Может, через писающего мальчика? Может, виски в него?
I poured the whiskey into the mannequin. Sláinte, wee man. Sláinte.
Так, допустим.
Adam was listening to an old-school portable CD player.
Hey there, Adam. Oh, hey, George. What can I do for you?
Do you know what's going on with the police?
No, they wouldn't tell me.
Good. I mean, strange.
It's annoying. I'm really tired. It was a long drive.
Oh, been anywhere interesting?
I've just come back from a coin fair. It was mega.
Well, that's fascinating. So, tell me more about this coin fair.
It's Europe's biggest. So much to see.
I bet. Do you know Nico well?
No, not really.
Good. I mean, good for you.
Так лучше для тебя. Player.
What are you listening to?
My meditation music. Crashing waves and trickling forest streams.
Окей. Давайте еще раз попробуем ей цветочки подарить.
I got you some beautiful tulips.
Thank you, George. Can you hold them for me, please?
Не вытаскаешь их за меня? Нормально. Я вот думаю, может, в тележку и типа выкатить туда его.
I placed the statue in the trolley. I gave the trolley a push. Fleur certainly kept her bearings well greased. I was onto something, but I needed to do more.
Чего-то точно не хватало. А как заставить его? Может, пряжей?
I needed to pull the trolley inside first.
Блин.
I hope Moo didn't spot me. I wasn't sure that would be useful.
Не поможет. Цветочки?
I wasn't sure that would be...
Нет. Ну, что-то я вот залила, а что с ней делать дальше? С этой статуей? Ну, статуя, статуя.
I was onto something, but I needed to do more.
Не очень понимаю, как она должна действовать. А, батарейки. Это нам нужен его плеер, да?
Adam was listening to an old school portable CD player.
Hey again.
Нет,
Ready
нет,
for your
нет,
thoughts?
не вставили. Я забыла, что еще батарейки.
Very good, George.
Can I borrow that CD for a second?
Sorry, I'm listening to it. Helps me relax.
What should I do with this yarn?
Do you really want me to tell you?
No, that's okay. Rich tea?
No, thanks.
Нет, спасибо.
Flowers?
Монетка!
You're giving me flowers.
Well, someone should have them before they wilt.
Он же по монеткам.
Hey, maybe I could give them to Nico.
Oh! Wow, I just remembered.
Я только что
I really
вспомнила,
need
они
'em.
мне нужны. Смотри,
So,
какая.
what do you think of this coin?
Oh my God, that's a platinum 12 ruble.
It is? I mean, yeah, of course it is. You know, it's gonna be a rough day, Adam. Why don't you keep the coin?
Are you serious? I'll get my pal Stefan to value it. His coin shop's just around the corner.
Hey, maybe you could use the money to redecorate your apartment.
But it doesn't need redecorating.
That's a matter of opinion.
Опа! Опа! Так. Забираем батарейки.
The CD was already playing.
Диск уже играл.
The lid wouldn't open while the disc was playing.
Стоп.
I stopped the disc.
Вынуть диск.
Ocean Dreamscapes. Just what I
Звуки
needed with the day I
океана.
was having.
О, батарейка.
Those might come in handy.
Все. Спасибо. Ну вот, я вытащила одну, а в инвентаре их оказалось две. Размножились.
A jaunty series of LEDs lit up around the figure.
У. Забавная.
The mannequin was almost doing the trick, but we needed something extra to push Moo over the edge.
Нужно усилить эффект присутствия. М-м. И как же? Я думала, этого будет достаточно. А, может... А, нет, подожди, я же...
That was never gonna happen.
У него ж тут были звуки
the
океана.
relaxing sound of the
А,
seashore.
в этот в проигрыватель вставить, я поняла. Сейчас. Вот, музыкальный центр.
Flirt, do you mind if I change the music?
Good idea.
Там виски вытекает в никуда. Ну хорошо, что не ром. Все.
Okay, that's Moo out of the
Фонтан
way. Let's go,
молодости.
Nico.
Получено достижение.
Where?
Куда?
To see Bijou.
Бежу.
She's been telling me a crock of lies since day one, and right now, I want the truth.
Кстати, надо сохраниться, мы с вами давно не сохранялись.
So you're telling me that Bijou and Hobbs were having an affair?
Yeah, so, she's got some explaining to do.
И вообще надо бы, наверное, с вами заканчивать. Время-то уже 3. 3 в плане, что мы 3 часа уже стримим. Не на ту кнопку нажала. И, кстати, 45% прошли. Игры. Сохранения закончились. Будем пересохранять первые сейвы потом. Вот. И давайте, да, на этом закончим. 3 часа постримили. Достаточно много мы прошли сегодня с вами. Мне кажется, даже побольше, чем на первом стриме. Вот. И, наконец-таки, сюжет прям крутится. Там все-таки в первом стриме была такая завязка небольшая, а тут прям ходим, и с каждой точки что-то происходит каждый раз, нас во что-то втягивают, везде надо там разговаривать и так далее. В общем, на мой взгляд, вот, да, игра все-таки поинтереснее сделана. Нет такого, что ты прям стоишь на одном месте и думаешь, а что бы сделать. Тут в этом плане хорошо очень все сделано, да. В общем, да, мне больше нравится, чем предыдущие. И пока без сложных загадок. Ну, в целом, да, не сказала бы, что прям сложные загадки были. Но я так понимаю, что вот этот вот текст на латыни, когда мы найдем картину, и нужно будет что-то гадать по вот этому тексту и картине параллельно, как бы. Ну, или что-то похожее будет. Вот. В общем, наверное, там мы застрянем. Натыкала. Ну, возможно, натыкаем. Возможно, вон Никс по гайдику подскажет. Это надо в цитаты. У нас смайлик такой есть, сороконожка. Натыкала. Да. Вот. Давайте посмотрим, стримит ли кто-нибудь. Да? Текст. Сейчас я вам тут все скрою. И игру на фоне тоже. Звуки игры. А вообще у нас, да, вот такой вот смайлик есть у сабов. Натыкала. Давайте посмотрим, как там. Эх, у Антоши никак. Понятно. Антоша и сегодня отдыхает. Судя по всему, с провайдером у него до сих пор проблемы. Ладненько. Тогда, ребята, никуда вас не буду отправлять. Да. Ждем, когда у Антоши все будет в порядке по вечерам. И можно будет ему рейдики отправлять. Ну, более-менее логичные решения я поэтому и не подсказываю. Да, более-менее логичные и более-менее такие простенькие. Игра не душит в этом плане и очень хорошо. Да, согласна. Вот. Мы продолжим с вами завтра, ребята. Я поставила эту игру и на завтра. И, наверное, судя по процентам, у нас там еще останется стрима 2, наверное. Да, я думаю, что на 2 стрима еще будет на следующей неделе. Вот, и с этой игрой мы закончим. Судя по тому, как мы ее проходим. Да. Вот. Так что особо надолго не прощаемся. Так что завтра в 8 забегайте, будем продолжать смотреть сюжет этой игры. Все, ребят. Да, огромное вам спасибо, что были сегодня со мной. Увидимся с вами завтра. Хорошего вам вечера, сладеньких снов. Всем пока-пока.